Hello everybody, this is Shrike playing more Aethermancer, and we're going to play on the new Mythic difficulty, which we've just unlocked. We managed to come up with a nice build that actually worked really well for Heroic, but Mythic is a whole different beast here. Oh boy. Regular enemies have 30% more higher health. Bosses have 70% more health. So, for reference, on Heroic, bosses had 50% more health, and the final boss had 1,000 HP. Now he'll have even more than that. And that's terrifying. But on top of that, enemies deal +1 damage in the second biome and +2 in the third biome. So they're going to be hitting us harder. This will matter more for multi-turn attacks, or multi-hit attacks. And then regular enemies have extra poise. Bosses have +2 poise. So it'll be harder, considerably harder to stagger enemies. And then bosses will now have an additional trait, in addition to regular enemies having an additional trait. This is going to be tough. This is not going to be easy. But if you do enjoy this kind of thing, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. My plan for this is probably going to start with Naga again. We used him last time to great effect. So the whole idea is that you get force on this guy, and then he will always have a retaliate, which does damage, but also that damage can, poise break. And he evades the first attack. And then if you add dodge to him, the dodge evades the second attack. So he can just dodge tank like crazy. And because force is basically a 100% chance critical hit on your next attack, stacking force is really good. He also gets access to attacks that scale based off how many force stacks he has and do massive damage that way. So it's really, really good. Ravager was pretty okay last time we did it. He's basically on regular crits, so it's not as consistent, but he was still pretty good. I did soulbound this bat fellow, who's also terror based like Ravager. But he's also only worthiness 1, so we're gonna stick with Naga to start with, and we'll see what other monsters we come across. And maybe we'll come across a new strategy. I don't think I want to do Ravager again. I'd much rather try a different approach, but we'll see. Well, he's being offered. He is being offered. This guy is a dodge and force and aether. That's actually incredibly good synergy with us, actually. Although I don't know about the types. More wind and fire. 3 wishes. Choose one of 3 wish actions that have not been used this combat yet. What is that? I don't necessarily know. Flare strike. 1 times 11 fire damage against target enemy. Applies force and dodge to self. That's pretty neat. And then what's his signature? Levitation. For every 9 aether consumed by allies, applies dodge to this monster. Each attack consumes a dodge stack to gain crit chance and crit damage. Okay. So he gives himself dodge and then he converts that dodge into crit chance, assuming the dodge is not used up. We do have a shifted wormling. They're actually the same element types, but same elements but different types. This one's force. It's also wind fire. So it's like the same more or less, but I have worthiness on this guy. So it might be worth considering. Gift of the Worm. And support action applies temporary power to self. On attack, transfers all power. Right. So, yeah, he has starts with evasion too, which is good. Initial force +1 as well. That would be potentially interesting. Applies. Oh my god, he has a heal and apply force to target ally. I feel like he'd be a better choice than him, even. He's all about buff himself. Maybe I do a wormling. Do I want Aether? Generates wild Aether. Or do I want Force? I think I'm going to go with the Force. and see how that goes for us. All right, let's try a shifted wormling, which is a rare monster that we managed to get because we already had the wormling, and that's just a probability. There's just a chance that basically like a shiny chance, except it actually has mechanical benefits. Hi, the cook. Doc. What is it that you're doing here exactly? Scouting, beating up monsters, whipping up food for Lily and the others here in the void. What don't I do? All right. What can you do for me? All right, now I've got a new perk at the cost of 7 corruption. Grant Wormling a perk at the cost of 7 corruption. I mean, okay. Let's give Naga a perk. Defense +1, Aether +1, or Power Chance. Can I go back? I can't go back. A Power Chance would have been great on the Wormling, but it's okay. Aether is also nice. We're not going to worry about defense because, well, if the enemies in later biomes are going to be getting extra damage, that's just going to outscale any plus defense we get anyways. And we're more concerned about having... Can I get these guys close enough to the... here to... No, I can't get high ground advantage. Alright, well, we'll just fight them. So we start with 7 corruption, but that's honestly not that bad. Also on our dodge tank, so he's unlikely to get that much more. We start with force, which is fantastic, so he's gonna hit him for 2 times 2, but the first one will just miss, so it won't really matter. I could give him more force and heal, but I'm gonna get targeted, unfortunately. So, how do I want to do this? This doesn't really matter too much. This will give us more force. We're unfortunately just going to take a hit on Wormling. We're going to take 12 damage. I just have nothing to really do with that. So I'm just going to heal. Oh, wait, I should have probably healed Naga. It's all right. This power will get transferred over to him next turn. Yeah, we got a bit of corruption. It's not the worst. As long as it's spread out, it's honestly fine. Attacking you, attacking you. All right. Oh, it didn't actually pass the power on. On attack. Oh, it's okay. So if I have him attack first, we can do it. I'm more concerned about him, but I'm not going to be able to kill, I don't think. That is the problem. How much damage is he going to do? I was only doing 4 damage. That'll be like 1 corruption. It's actually not even a concern at this point. What I can do is this, though. This is cool. Although, it depends on what the order of operations is here. Does it go crit here? Or should I just heal? I think this is fine. No crit. Or at least not enough to kill. Yeah, now the sidekick's going to happen, so I'm going to take extra... Oh, no, never mind. Retaliation kills it. And I just take, like, 1 more corruption on that, I think. Okay, he's attacking up there, which is fine by me. In fact, I'm going to give him more force. Then I'm going to have him attack with fiery stabs. He's going to dodge the attack and then fight back. Go. We really want a 3rd monster to round this out, but for now, this will be fine. Alright, what do we get? A lance. That's pretty good for us. First hit of each attack into wild damage. Alright. That'll be great for breaking poise, especially since he's retaliating a lot. All right, from high ground. Let me look at our attacks here. Fire damage is definitely, yeah. There we go. So we should be able to stagger this guy quickly. Oh, hey. We don't have him. He's another shifted monster. We've got some black mementos, so it should be pretty easy. Question is, if I do this, I'm not going to have anything else. That's fine. I'll have force after this. Extra force. Or rather, I just replaced the force I already had. It's going to do like 1 damage to us, maybe. Let's grab this. The Fire Wind Cockatrice. Tank burn. Okay, I mean, that's cool. I'm not really concerned about this guy's poison damage, to be honest. Gonna work on this. Poison damage luckily does not give corruption. To like any damage over time stuff. It's only when monsters straight up attack you. I could give him force. Problem is, this guy's gonna attack. So if I attack this guy, like so. Nope, that doesn't really work. That does not work. But he's got force, so he should avoid one of these basic attacks. That won't be enough to do actual crit damage or anything. This guy is gonna hit us for a bit, though. It's gonna suck. So I'm just gonna buff him up. Oh, he gets more power. Oh, he got staggered from that. Then we kill and counterattack. Alright, great. Take some poison damage, but it doesn't really... This is why whenever he has force, he just retaliates on every damage tick. It's really good. And those retaliations are always going to be crits because he has force. Force stacks and allies now only apply to the first hit of each attack. Allies deal +2 damage, crit damage for every stack of force on them. So it makes everyone's first hit really big. But if they do multi-hits, then the secondary attacks are not going to be guaranteed crits. On dedicated support action applies 1 force to each ally. So if I do aquatic armor, everyone gets 1 force. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty good. Corruption clans start with shields. Really between these two. We don't have someone else that's fishing for crits. I think I'm just going to apply force to everybody. It'll just be more reliable. Oh my gosh, I could do the same thing on him. So if they both do support actions, everybody's just getting force like crazy. Alternatively, every 3 attacks applies power to himself, which then that power will then shift over to allies. That is neat. Well, let's go all in on the force generation. Got a monster soul. Some loot. A soul lantern. Release a soul for +5 HP. Yes, please. Probably on the wormling. He's more likely to take damage than our dodge tank, which is kind of weird, but you know. All right, I think that's everything. I didn't see any secret pathways to open up. So let's see. Do we have an Aether Spring, perhaps? No. Rare loot, envoy, or knight. The knight would also have loot to give us. I'm just gonna do the regular rare loot, and we'll see what we get. But first, what monster do we want? Okay, actually, let me look at... So we got water, fire, and fire wind. We really need earth, preferably. Or we need wild damage. Wild damage is even better, but... Both of these are the same elements, but this one's a dodge. This one's dodge. Applies 1 temporary power to self. Every 7 times this trait triggers, apply 10 burn to each enemy. Free action does 2 damage to itself So that way it gets temporary power. And then it can do attacks, wind attacks, and also gives itself dodge. That's pretty cool. That could work for us. Obviously, Cat Zerker is amazing. We've used him many a times. I'd be giving him force quite a lot, which kind of actually just gives him guaranteed crits, which is not bad because it would be like long slash would be a guaranteed crit, but it also reduces the value of like plus crit chance on this because he's just going to be critting anyways, right? So now Starspawn was awesome. It's water, fire. Again, not really any earth attackers. Mandragora is all about regen and applying weakness. He's not offensive whatsoever, and I think that's just too passive for our current idea. I do like him because every turn he'll pick a random element, and if someone uses that element, an ability of that element, then he generates Wild Aether, which is very, very good. Also, he gets better with age, so each turn. And he generates power. I'm honestly tempted by the Cockatrice. You know, the shifted version has shields and redirect. Wow, this one gets dodge stuff. Dodge would be better for us. Now we're just using a regular old chicken. This is very... Let me look at our team quickly. No. Cancel. There we go. What do we need? So he's going to be doing a lot of fire damage. He gets a little bit of water damage. He's going to be doing also fire damage and probably wind eventually. Dedicated support action. So both of them have into the fray, and both of them have dedicated, so they can really buff up early. And if I do that, I need someone that can attack on the first turn and make use of force. Would that be really good for him, for instance? He doesn't necessarily need to. All right, imagine this. So the other two buff themselves up, which also gives rippling effects of force to everybody. So he ends up with 2 extra force. He heats himself to give himself power, and then flurries to do a whole bunch of damage that will be crits. At least two of them will be crits. And then applies dodge itself. Or, I mean, I could just get Cat Zerker, and he could probably do it better. He wouldn't get dodge, but he'd be a little bit of a sitting duck. We can always pick another one too. Let's take the Cockatrice just for the variety's sake. We can always replace him later if it doesn't really work out too much. Fortunately, we have to level him up. Wait, what was that? Could have sworn it was like a different color interactable, but nope, guess not. Banner. All allies gain plus 7% crit chance and 7% evasion. Water generator, water generator. Well, okay, I guess. We don't really need water except for on him. I'm more likely to basic attack with Cockatrice, I guess. Probably. Because I don't know if I'll have enough Aether to start with to make this really kind of happen. We can do fire pretty easily. All right, let's see if this works out for us. Depends on who they're going to attack too. So going the middle, he's going to middle, he's going to top. Well, the top guy doesn't really matter that much. These ones, unfortunately, do. How much Aether do I have? I've got... If I do wind, I can't use his. If I do this, he gets more force, which is really good. And then everybody else gets force because it's a dedicated action. I wish they were going up to him, but they're not. I really have to try and interrupt this guy, if at all possible. I don't think I'm going to have enough to do. If I do this, I'll get Wild Aether. Not actually the resources I need. This would generate a lot, but we also don't need it, so... I could stagger this guy at the very least, but he also won't hurt us. Right? I mean, yeah, he won't even get through our shields. It's mostly these two that are the problem. He's only doing 6 damage, but he's applying Sidekick. Well, it's not great. Well, like, at least I can do this to power myself up a little bit. Not that it helps all that much, but it's gonna hurt. We're just gonna get some corruption. There's really not much I can do about it. Nice. Oh, he dodged. Like a beast. He does have that base evasion chance, so... there's no reason for me to craft memento because I already have all of them. How do I want to do this? That's a good question. He's not doing anything because he's staggered. This guy's going against middle, he's going against bottom. He does have sidekick, so knocking him on hell would be ideal. But I just don't have earth damage. So this is a slight problem. If I do this... I can actually dodge. Oh, you know what I should have done? Probably should have done a dedicated action first. That's okay. Heal himself and just... Yeah, I did this in the complete wrong order. I should have done it the other way around. Okay. And we did 4 damage, so that's only like 1 corruption. Honestly, not bad whatsoever. I can kill him very easily. I could deal damage to myself in order to get power up. Also, if he attacks, the others will get this power transferred to them. Like so. So now he's got 4 power. Now he gets dodge. And now I can just finish this guy off. This feels like it's going to be a very squishy team. I don't know how well this is going to work. Maybe they'll get some really good level up stuff. Skill rerolls. Well, I mean, that's nice. What's down here? Okay, that's the way forward. It looks like there's an Aether Spring. Yeah. There's also a merchant, but we also don't have much money, so we will almost certainly go to the Aether Spring. I wanted to get a high ground, preferably. Then I can just get an extra poise break. What kind of damage do we do on our attacks? Fire is easy to do. And I guess we could do wind. Let's stun the dog. I'm kind of more scared of it than the cockatrice, although the cockatrice can buff itself up, so we'll see. It's just doing a basic attack, perfect. Going against him, which is good. Oh, they're both going against him. Unfortunately, I don't have water. I could get water. pretty easily. Just have him do a basic attack. Question is, if I have him attack first, I'd also give him force. Let's do that. Since he's going to be the one under attack. That gives everybody else power-ups too. Now we need to attack. He's going against him, which will do some amount of damage. Not a whole lot, but something. I need to make sure not to hit the chicken because he will power up. So I could just kill this dog completely. Or directly. But I think this will be better overall. No dodges, unfortunate. We just applied a lot of weakness. But stagger in return. Self 3 force. He didn't actually take any direct damage. Wow, he retaliates even against the poison. That's kind of wild. Stop that, or I could stop this. This one's probably more important to stop. This guy's already staggered. This guy's going against him, which will not do a whole lot. Although I can stagger him too. Why not? I'll transfer power to everybody else. And I can just finish this guy off. Why not? We definitely have a lot of offensive synergies. We don't really have the greatest defensive synergies. Who are you attacking? Middle, bottom. All right, so I'm just gonna kill them both, I think. So I could do this. Oh wait, he doesn't have anything to. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We win either way. Right, he only gives himself power on dedicated support actions, so whenever dodge is applied to this monster, applies dodge and redirect itself. Also, he gets 2 for 1, essentially. Consumes up to 1 fire aether to deal a 5 fire damage hit and apply 3 burn to target. On attack. So anytime he attacks, if there's extra fire aether, he'll use it. Or a dodge nail only increases evasion by 12% per stack and doesn't get consumed when attacked. After an ally's turn, they consume 5 stacks of dodge to reactivate their turn. Now it's only 12% chance rather than guaranteed. But if you get 5 stacks of dodge... That's interesting, but I think I'd rather just regular dodge. Let's get double dodge, Nimble Guardian. That's pretty good. That means he's going to want to be using that skill that gives him dodge pretty much constantly. Elemental Affinity. Basic attacks. I mean, Cockatrice is the one we're making do basic attacks more often. In theory. Although, that's not necessarily true anymore. Water Generator. I mean, the worm... I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much. I think we'd rather him have wind because he's doing wind damage primarily with flurry. Others are doing fire damage, but he is not. All right, let's try that. Not sure if that's the best thing ever, but it'll do. Just surprise these guys. We got 2 wind and 1 ground. As long as our corruption on individual monsters is below 20, it's honestly fine. Basic attacks and aqua pounce. Okay. And that won't really do anything. As long as he continues to have force at the end of his turn. And this will do a little bit. So let's do this to give him extra force. It gives everybody else force. And he gets power. At least for now. If I do this, I can get some power. I can attack to negate this, as well as generate a ton of resources for us. And these guys are just doing basic attacks, so it's not like super scary or anything. Don't want 2 force or 1 force. Let's just get 1 force. It's fine. That way we can get damage in. In fact, might just target down the weak one so we can finish him off easily next turn. I'm gonna do a lot of retaliation here. Alright, that's not bad. Now we have a lot of water, which we don't actually need. We super don't need. Let's give myself power. Reaction. Do I want to give him force or do I just want to attack? I think we just want to attack. Going bottom, middle. Okay, let's just finish this guy off. And transfer the power to everybody else. And then we can do... We can just kill this guy off probably. And he will just be doing nothing of importance. We can kill him next turn. Nice support, nerd. Who are you gonna sidekick? Nobody. You're already full HP too, so don't really matter. Well, we should be able to stagger him either way. I mean, that's pretty close to killing him, but not quite. We'll just kill him next turn, I guess, with any basic attack. Won't really matter. Go. Easy peasy. Worthiness. He's getting close to worthiness 4. Get some level up. So what do we got here? A free action redirect self. That's pretty underwhelming. Shields. Target ally for 2 times 6. Retaliate. Generates 1 random aether and cleanses 3 debuffs. I think we've used this in the past. We have a lot of water right now, so it's not terrible. Shields all allies for 5. Deals damage to all enemies equal to the amount of shield on this monster. I did like Reactive Trap. But I might also just reroll to look for... I think I'm just going to reroll. This is what I want. Applies 2 force to target ally. They take a little bit of damage, but with the Cockatrice, that's perfect. Because that gives them power. It gives the Cockatrice power. Applies 2 force to self is a free action that's also pretty good. Oh, I can use this on myself as well, but it also uses water, which is good. Alright, we're going to take that. That's great synergy with our Cockatrice. And what about this guy? 2 force to self. Heals all allies. Generates a lot of different aether. It gets its aether back. That's pretty good. Applies force to all allies. We do like that. I'm going to use a reroll, though. Look at this. Shields target ally for 10. Shields all allies for 3. Applies 3 force to all allies. It's expensive, but that's so good. That's so unbelievably good for us. Like, holy crap. Once we can afford to actually cast that, forward action heals the ally with the lowest health for 3. Debuff cleanse. Alright, I guess I'll give it to him. Wait. Yeah, he's doing support actions quite often. Where are we going here? Is that everything? I didn't see a secret path, so I think we just leave. And we want the Aether Spring. Whenever it's offered, basically. This is a permanent boon. Honestly, I'm going to keep our team. I think the only one that's maybe not that exciting is the Wormling, but now that I get something like that, that's really good. Also, no, it's just really good. The problem is we are really, really based on dodging and not getting hit. When we get hit, it's going to hurt a lot. The end of each combat, 25% chance of one of your monsters gain 1 extra XP. It's okay. The end of each combat cleanses 1 corruption from each of your monsters. That's also okay. I'm actually not that concerned about corruption anymore. I'm going to go for the XP. You do a lot of fighting in every zone, so each biome. It does add up. Okay, we got high ground again. That's nice. That means I get to get an extra poise break. I guess I'm going to do it on the earth-based one. I don't even know if we're going to be able to break his poise. We'll find out, I guess. Basic attack against that doesn't matter. In the middle, it matters a little bit. Shields, target ally for... I mean, this is really just an amazing opening, right? Look how much force we get when that happens. Ridiculous. We cancel one of their attacks. Can also do this to get power on him. And then I could have him attack just regular. To generate a whole... He generates so many off of that. A free action. Could do this. I could also just shield self. Then I won't take any damage whatsoever. And I'll have lots of force. Miss. I mean, he applies poison, but the poison really doesn't matter. Oh, I took... Oh, it's 3 damage to my shields, so it doesn't really matter. Again. And the counterattacks. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Ha! We get the stagger for free. You know? Or basically free. So now I can do this on him. Giving him power and force. I can shatter whoever I want. But first things first. Want to kill or... Really shouldn't make much of a difference. There we go. And every hit he does gets to be a crit, so... Our shields blocked that attack. We are unbelievably strong. Unbelievably powerful. This guy's a casual 10 force on him. Wow. This might be able to do it. This might be able to do it. We need Cockatrice to get some worthiness, though, for sure. The Monster Soul. All right. What this? The Bus Pond. I could cleanse corruption if I wanted to. Don't really think we need to. And then this is an exchange. 100 Aether Crystals, receive 30 gold. Yoink. Aether Crystals are just for metagame progression, so... I'm not too worried about maximizing how many I get. This is the way forward. There is going to be a merchant to go to, so we'll almost certainly do that. Especially when I've got this much gold now. All right, what do you got over here? Any enemies? No, but we got a altar. Release the monster soul. Do I want a buff? Power shield. Healing. Well, I guess power is really the only one I super care about there. And we're immediately going to waste one of our... This guy's shifted, but it's one I already have by the looks of it. Yeah. So we don't need to capture him again. Well, this is a free action. Let's buff up the cockatrice. Who are you attacking? Middle, top, bottom. All right, we got a little bit of everything. I would like to do this, but I can't. I don't have enough. I don't have enough earth or wild. Surprised I was able to cast this, to be honest. Okay, who do we want to interrupt the most? This one or this one? The middle one. This guy is the biggest threat currently. If I attack, I'll get one more power onto him, and then he can probably just kill. I don't know. Either way, I could stagger this guy and transfer the power to other people. It's fine. You'll see. Yeah, get the stagger because of crits. And then he's just attacking him, which is fine. The only problem is I'm going to lose my force, so then I'm no longer going to be dodging this guy. So we might actually end up taking some damage here. Whoops. Oh, Cockatrice is taking the redirect. All right. That's actually perfect then. That was wonderful. So I can't do much about this guy on the bottom, although I could just kill him probably. Sure looks like it. And then on top, he's also attacking down there, and it's kind of annoying. All right, let's do this. I should have done this first. Could have done both of these first, probably. Oh well, it's okay. More power. That'll use my one fire up. This guy's just gonna regular attack anyways and then generate, so. More power. That's not gonna kill. Well, I'll take a basic attack to the cockatrice. He'll dodge a little bit of it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Now we can just all-out attack. So if he attacks first, we can give one power to the others. They can do even more damage. Now just attack. There you go. Pretty straightforward. The way this is set up, we basically always crit. We just always crit. Always be critting. Oh, wind damage against target applies to dodge. That's good. Fire damage against all enemies. I'd rather him have the wind attack, probably. He's not using wind at all. He is using wind relatively often. I guess fire is actually cheaper for us overall. Could also reroll and hope for something better. Dodge is nice. It is 4 hits. That's pretty good, but I'm gonna reroll because I have the reroll. Let's use it. Lava bolt. Sometimes 13 fire earth damage. We do need the earth damage. Seems all fire. Aether does poise, damage, and burn. Okay. That is pretty good. Doesn't really scale up all that well, but it's good for breaking poise in theory. Well, maybe it wouldn't be that efficient. It does do a lot of damage in theory. No, not really. 4 times 2 wind earth damage. Applies redirect to self. Applies dodge to target ally. Guess I'm just gonna take lava bolt. I don't know if we'll use it. Probably shouldn't have re-rolled, I guess, but that's the risk you take. Soul altar. All right, we already did this. I'm not gonna do it again. What was this one? Is this cleansing corruption? I think so, but we don't really need to. We don't really need to. Let's see what the merchant has. Single target attack. The enemy has 5 more. Aether purges 1. Wind generator on basic attack. Earth generator. We could actually use that. Burn hit. 12% chance to apply burn. Whenever debuff. So this would be good on the cockatrice in theory. Heroic Horn is pretty good if I cast it on the Wormling, because then the Wormling attacks and that power then goes out to everybody else. So I buy that for sure. I mean, the XP would also be kind of nice, potentially. Question is, do I want this loot? Do I care about this too much? I mean, the wild damage is actually nice. Especially since he's doing a lot of retaliation. This one doesn't matter too much. Ocarina. Definitely replace that with pretty much anything and it would be good. But this we want to keep. At least for now. So... this is just kind of better. For the Wormling. If he does basic attack, we get a Wild Aether, which is awesome. If they happen to have 5 or more Aether, we can purge as well. He's doing single target attacks. Start of return. I wonder if that would work on retaliation once. Would it be better to have it on him? He's never going to be doing basic attacks. Let's just do this. Let's not think too much about it. And let's buy XP and see what we get. I went on the cockatrice. That's not ideal. One's good. And I'll buy the monster soul just in case. Alright, boss 1. It is Warden, but he's shifted. It's a shifted Warden, which means we can capture it. And get a cool different alternative typing Warden. That's neat. Well, I'm going to use the horn immediately on him. Okay, what are you attacking? Top, which is perfect. Attacking middle, which is less perfect. So I'm going to do this. So that gives him more power as well. He does basic attack. I also get Wild Aether. And gives everyone else the power. So that horn effectively gave us 3 power, which is great. There's something about the cockatrice. Whenever it dodges by this monster, it gets redirect. So I can actually redirect the attack to cockatrice. Question is, do I want to use this and this? I think so. No, I want to use this. Get even more power. And then do this. Which will give me 2 stacks of dodge and redirect. And this... oh, he might redirect the top one instead of the bottom one. Well, honestly, that's fine if that happens. Yeah, he did. It's not ideal, but... it does get 1 power out of it, I guess. And we're going to cleanse 20 corruption from everybody afterwards, so it's like not even that big of a deal. More power. More power and force. Do I want to shield everybody? And give even more force? Which is awesome. Incredibly good. Especially since he's attacking the top guy. This will just be a basic attack, but it will still stagger, so... And that'll allow us to craft Memento. There's Earth Fire. Weakness, Purge, Power. That's a really interesting combination. He's just hitting him on top, so I'm just going to do this and play it safe. Why not? I'm glad I did. Lots of weakness, though, unfortunately. We're not going to do as much damage, even with the crits. What are you doing? The cockatrice in the middle. Okay, I mean, that's fine. If I do this... Could also continue to do support actions. This is... Oh, why did I shield himself? Well, that's alright, I guess. He is going to get hit for a lot here, potentially. And he's also going to potentially get a hit for a lot. I can't dodge currently. Front row. Do I want to apply burn? I don't know if I care. I don't need more force. I just need to do damage, to be honest. I don't have the attack that scales off of how much force I have. I really need to make sure I get that. Now this will apply burn at least. It's something. It's not like super good or anything, but that hurt. That's going to be a bit of corruption. Honestly, not as much as I was expecting. Problem is we're all weak right now. Every 4 attacks purges 1 Aether. Okay. Any powers up, etc., etc. What are you doing? Being top for potentially lethal damage. That is a lot of... That's 4 hits times 12. Plus he's got 6 power, so... That is mildly terrifying. If I do this, I also can't do this. Probably need him to attack. So we get the power onto everybody else. Then I'll apply redirect and dodge. I think he'll just die. I think Cockroach is gonna die here. I don't think there's much I can do about it. I can heal him. Maybe his dodge will be enough. Oh, his attacks changed. I think he will survive, actually. Oh, I'm gonna... Wow, I get to stagger him from that? Team's actually so goated. We dodged the second attack, which is great. We gain some power. We're gonna get to cleanse all of this corruption. So that's amazing. So now we just want to go power up. Then do this. Then we can just regular attack him to death. Very, very good. Now, once things start doing more damage to us... oh, initial dodge +1. Oh, that's amazing. That's really, really good. Tally generates random Aether. Dedicated support action heals target ally for 3. Shields them for 3 and applies 2 force to them. We are getting a lot of force already. Deals a hit with damage equal to half this monster's shield. Generate random Aether on retaliate. I think that's just probably good. He does a lot of retaliation. Whenever power is applied to this monster, heals each ally for 4. That's very good. Well, this monster has force against +2 defense and takes 1 less corruption. I mean, that's also good, but each ally. This will just keep us topped up, especially since we're doing self-damage. Dramatic Scroll. That just changes our... This is a random ether, I think. No, it breaks poise, actually. Never mind. That's also fantastic. Got 20 in gold. I could go back, but we're about to have another merchant right here anyways, so. Alright, let's cleanse all of our corruption and get 5 HP. Let's shop. On interrupt, 50% chance to apply power to self. Nope. It's very cheap for good reason. Increase the damage to each earth hit by 1. Well, let's buy this. Let's get some XP. I'd like it on Cockatrice, preferably. Oh. No level ups for us. Alright, where are we going? Aether Spring? I mean... Yes? I feel like... Didn't I go to an Aether Spring already? Or was that not literally the last video? I don't... Or did I just miss it? If I missed it, that's terrible. There's no way I missed it. That save of return generates 1 fire aether. Didn't we get the XP one? Save of return generates 1 wind aether. Do I want fire or wind? We're generating fire here. Generating fire and or wind here. Fire and or wind. So both would be great for us. What are we more likely to be limited by? Probably fire, but maybe wind. Let's do fire. I think overall, because I'm going to want to be spamming fire attacks soon enough. What is all this money on the ground? Torment's Blessing. Upgrade its chain. Oh, I can upgrade them. But Alquim also gains a curse. What am I less likely to replace later on? I mean, the banner is pretty nice. I'm more likely to replace the chain with like a rarer chain. Let's do the banner. Burn hit plus 20%, crit chance plus 15%, evasion plus 15%, buff consumption. At the end of your turn, 66% chance to consume 1 random buff on self. No. Chance to apply burn to self. I mean, that's not terrible on Cockatrice. That's not bad at all. The crit chance does nothing for us, though. We have force constantly. Aether consumption. To purge 1 of your own aether at random. Wow, this is terrible. I hate all of these. Because this could get rid of our dodge, which would be super bad. We lost with like one force would be fine, but I don't know how it picks. Losing aether would be really bad. Just for a chance to burn. Grants... Like I said, like this would be... Well, you can think of the burn as a small boon, and the crit won't matter 99% of the time. So that's probably fine. Okay, well, no high ground here to take advantage of, but XP's XP. I didn't get a single wind aether. A single one, huh? Well, la-di freaking da. I'm gonna use my 1 water here, I guess, to buff up the chicken. So who are you attacking, Ashley? Himself, buffing, and middle. Okay, that's not great for us. I don't have... Yeah, it's really not great. Now burn. Well, I can interrupt him, but he's the one that is probably easiest to avoid. It's this guy in the bottom right that I care the most about. For some reason, this would work. I don't necessarily know why. Oh, because of the chain. The chain purges. Okay, I can also generate a lot of resources here. And stagger this guy anyways, may as well. This attack's gonna get redirected to the cockatrice, who will dodge half of it at least, so it'll probably take half damage or 5 damage to cockatrice. If I do this, I can actually now get power on everybody again. Why not? It just healed up like all the damage I just dealt. All right. This is gonna hurt. Oh, there's so much stuff. Oh, I don't actually have this guy. You know, I got one memento. I may as well use it. Fire water. All right. Heal, regeneration, burn. Probably gonna want to shield people. Isn't gonna leave enough to use flurry. Could have cockatrice redirect to himself if I use this instead. But he's already taken a hit. Honestly, aquatic armor is probably the way to go. Since he's taken 2 of the hits, he'll protect himself and be able to retaliate. Could shield him more, which is even crazier. You can only have half your max HP as shield, so it did cap out slightly, unfortunately, but let's buff myself up some more. Why not? 3 burn is not the greatest. Can't really do a whole lot here. Wait, this guy's also uncaptured? Is that true, or did it just not clear it? Oh, that hurts. But it actually didn't do very much. Oh, okay, there's the corruption. Never mind. Oh, it's a lot of burn on us. Luckily, burn doesn't actually do corruption, but it does put us on a timer. We're not killing anything is the problem. Have I not captured him either? Wow. Really, I haven't been prioritizing. I can just straight up stagger this guy. It's this guy that I'm more concerned about, but I don't have a good way to do that. Do I need more force? I don't think I really need more force. Here's my... Oh, it's only against self. Well, I can stagger him. And I still have enough to be able to do this afterward. Again, we're not really making very much progress because we're not killing anything. Oh, they're max burned. Only goes up to 10? Really? I can't really stagger this guy, but... What's he gonna do? Use a powerful action without spending an Aether and has a free action from a choice of 3 random actions. But I don't actually know what it's gonna do. Oh, let's protect him just in case. So much burn. Okay, his random action did in fact hurt quite a lot. That was really good damage. Now this burn is going to be a problem. Potentially. I really don't have like any hit all enemies types attacks. Those guys aren't doing a whole lot, but I would like to actually kill one of them. Let's stagger the one that's actually attacking us first. I probably could have had this guy attack to transfer the 2 power over. Oh well. At least we're not taking any direct damage for the time being. I'm pretty sure the burn is triggering his retaliation, which is absolutely wild. Not at all how you'd think it would work, but you will retaliate against literally any action, so... I mean, I'm going to take 12 burn damage, but burn damage doesn't do corruption, so, like, who cares? Anybody that can one-shot that guy? No. Yes. Well, we used a lot of our resources, so that was probably not wise, but it also doesn't matter. Okay. We only have a little bit of corruption, everybody. And it's spread out, which is excellent. Get some level ups. Cockatrice. For every 4 hits evaded by your allies, apply power to the ally with the lowest amount of power. I mean, that's pretty good. That'll probably go into him, onto the Wormling, and then the Wormling would then attack and give it to everybody else. Start of combat applies 2 redirect and shields. Consumes up to 1 fire Aether to deal 5 damage and 3 burn. I think I'm just going to take Serpentine Maneuvers, since we are doing very much a dodge build. Shields all allies. Oh, Winter Guard. Lightning Shield. I could deal damage, or I could cleanse and do redirect. Or I could do a cheaper one that's just water. Lightning Shield's very expensive. In terms of, like, we want to use these elements quite a lot. Fire and wind. But that is a pretty good buff. And the fact that then it's also doing AoE damage. You could combine that with Wormling's shield. Put shield onto him. Then he does lightning shield for everybody else. And does just straight up equal to the amount of shields on him. We just saw that he capped out his shields, right? That could be 26 damage to everybody. That's pretty okay. It's not win the game good, but it is still nice. Cleansing debuffs is good for the final boss. Is the only thing. To get the terror down. Which is actually quite important. And I think in some of our early runs, we used Winter Guard to great effect. Being able to redirect to him is really good when he's got tons and tons of force. And then he's doing lots of retaliation attacks. So, like, yeah. This should be way through, yes. Alright, you found me again. Congratulations. Here's your reward. New question for you. What is the original purpose of Aethermancers? To enable monsters to gain worthiness, to govern Terra alongside Soul, collect as many monsters as possible. Did I say enable monsters to gain worthiness? Correct. Look at that. Some Aethermancers see governing Terra as their calling, rarely traveling the world in search of monsters to guide anymore. Everyone's the master of their own destiny is what I would like to say. But without Aethermancers, monsters are lost to an endless cycle of death and rebirth. Okay. So I've only ever gotten one of these questions wrong. And it was a 50-50. Anyway. These teeth are just for cosmetics and down anyways, so it's like really not important. At least to me. What's up here? Loot? I'd like equipment, please. Oh! Damn, that's unfortunate. Would like to get high ground advantage on them, but probably won't matter. It's a difference of 1 poise break anyways. And being able to pick who it goes on. Doing a basic attack. And he's hitting the bottom one, so stopping this would be preferable, which I can do. And I can generate. Do I want to save the heroic corn for the boss battle? Is it really worth waiting for that? Probably not. Let's make this guy turn into just a basic attack, probably. Yeah. Then... let's do this to buff him up. Deals damage, but gives him power. Nobody's attacking him. I could do redirect, but I already have redirect now on Cockatrice. We got 2 dodge already. I can get him even more dodge. Ready, this is a reaction. Alright. Now I could interrupt him and apply force, get the force back as well. That means it'll only be 1 basic attack happening, and it'll redirect to Cockatrice, who will only take 4 damage. Alright. Not the worst. Okay. We're attacking top for quite a lot. Bottom for quite a lot. And Lava Soup to bottom for quite a lot. So I might want a Winter Guard. There's a possibility. I could also Diamond Shield, actually. I wish I had taken the one that would deal shield damage. I wouldn't be able to afford to do both, I don't think. Either way. I don't want to just passively... I don't want to be that passive, I don't think. Well, that would guarantee... we pretty much split the damage equally between them. This is 9 shields to everybody. That's pretty good. So I should do our buffs first. No, this doesn't give force, unfortunately. Do this as a free action. Give himself force. And an extra attack, why not? Are there any better things I could do? I mean, he can attack, actually. Wow, that's... I can stop any one of these attacks. Guess this guy. Then I want to do this. Stagger that attack. Now he's just going up top. So actually what I could do instead of Winter Guard, I could just... Actually, wait. You're going to get redirected to him and you're already attacking him. So yeah, I just Aquatic Armor. Give myself force and shields. Everybody else gets force too. That didn't get redirected. Why didn't that get redirected? Okay, this went completely opposite of what I thought would happen. He took all the damage. I thought he would take all the damage. That's kind of obnoxious. Not gonna lie. I didn't check to see who's attacking who. Bottom. Everybody. Top. Okay. Now I've got shield, so I don't want to necessarily use our buff things, but... Alright, I can cancel this one. Just want a Winter Guard. Because he's going to do shield all eyes for 6, deals damage equal to all enemies equal to the amount of shields on this monster. It's going to be 12 damage to everybody, I think. And he's going to hit the middle, but it's going to get redirected to Cockatrice. This might still work. Forgot the burn would take away some of that, but it's okay. Oh, never mind. Retaliation's amazing. Holy crap. It's so good. It's so good. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna take some burn damage, but that's fine. I really wish I had an area attack. I need to be able to hit multiple targets. I just can't. I need 1 power, so I need to do this. This is too good not to do. It stops his attack and kills this guy. And then this should be strong enough to then kill this. Oh. And then he's just doing a basic attack there, which I'll probably just kill with retaliation anyways, so. Oh. Amazing. Actually amazing. Level up. What do we get? Flame Skewer. Ah, this is the one that for every second force. It's not the person I expected to have it on, but it is pretty good. All right. Having it on multiple people is not bad. Oh, it gains 1 XP. Cool. He's getting a little ahead of everybody else. Where am I going? So I've already cleared that. So I'll just teleport back over here. And go north. Can I get on the high ground here? I can. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, let's target Soup Man. His burns are kind of annoying. But the bat is also pretty dangerous, generally speaking. Yeah, look at that. On start, he gets dodge and redirect. Two of them. The Flame Skewer will be amazing eventually. So basic attack in the middle. 21 damage on bottom. And then just regeneration. Okay, so I'm mostly concerned about the bat over anything else. I would have to get him force. Well, let's do this first. Oh, I could have done it on the Wormling, actually, now that I think about it. That would have been good, but I don't have the fire for it anyways, so. Or actually, I don't know why it's disabled now. I have the resources for. Oh, no, I don't. It requires 3, not 2. That's why. That's okay. I can stagger this one. If I wished. It would redirect this attack, which is already going down to him, but it gives him more dodge. Also take like 14 damage probably. It's not ideal. Alternatively, I could attack a lot, and then I could Winter Guard. Yeah, I could do that. This still prevents them from doing that, and then I could Winter Guard. And another redirect, which is cool. Now, this doesn't quite... Oh, this will give everybody a lot of force. Probably should have healed the Cockatrice. It's okay. I wanted the force on the Wormling, so... Although at this point, I don't think we're going to necessarily need it. It is a cool way for him to be able to make use of both the power on him and the force being applied to him. Like this could just, it could just exterminate any of them. Which is crazy. I don't even need to stagger. What are you doing? You're attacking bottom. You're attacking top. I mean, that's not terrible. This guy's attacking everything, so. Since they're already splitting up, I don't really want him to have redirect. Just power up, why not? But yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. What can he do, actually? I mean, I could just protect everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one specifically because if I do the other one, he'll gain dodge, but he would also end up getting redirect, and I don't want that to happen. Oh, great. Now they're going to Naga, which is honestly better, maybe. Yeah, because he's got less corruption overall, too. And he gets to retaliate, so this is actually ideal. It was better than expected. He ran out of force, though, actually. Free force to all allies. Who are you attacking? Nobody? Nobody? Okay, well. I need to use that more often. That's incredible. That's simply incredible. Well, may as well kill. And then I'll just start killing this guy, but it's not really a threat to us right now. We should be able to nuke him down with Flame Skewer on the Wormling. He thinks? I'd like to get Flame Skewer on another person as well. So that way it doesn't really matter who has force, they can use it. What do we got? Trait on Naga. Protector. As long as this monster has redirect, allies gain +1 defense and +1 shielding. It's not bad. Allies with 7 or more shield gain +1 damage and 15% crit chance. Doesn't matter. In our particular case, because everyone has force, which is just instant crit, so +1 damage is okay. Force stacks on allies now only applied to first hit. Oh yeah. As long as this monster has redirect, everyone else gets defense and shielding. None of these are super impactful. Perfect Edge would allow us to build up force more readily. But honestly, I kind of like just every hit critting. As you can see, we're still building up lots of force regardless on the Wormling. So I guess +1 defense is not terrible. That's 1 less damage from every hit. The Cockatrice. Heals target, applies 3 dodge. Oh, he can get Winter Guard too. Neat. I mean, that makes sense. Wind Earth damage. And applies redirect. Do we have Earth damage currently? I don't think we do. Nope. We do. We got Lava Bolt. That's about it. I mean, having 2 people with Winter Guard could be crazy good in theory. It gives us great flexibility. Healing and dodge is also neat, but alright, let's do double Winter Guard. Monster Soul. Let's go this way. That's the way forward. You got everything, I think? Yeah. Random NPC, Knight, or Envoy. I think we could use the Knight, probably. Because We don't have equipment for everybody. That's super great. I mean, this is nice. This is nice. But these could definitely be better. The chain is just fantastic in general. The lance is also quite nice. I would like better versions of them. All right. Not the greatest choices. Although we don't have any money, so like a merchant wouldn't have been any good to us either. So maybe this is like the best we could have hoped for. Well, I guess Aether Spray. Oh yeah, we got Experience Boon and Fire Aether Boon. I'm not crazy. I'm not too crazy, I should say. Let's talk. Beware, Siryu. The environment is truly treacherous. There are even monsters hiding among the statues. One of them pounced and hit me on the head. Felt quite dizzy from that encounter. Yes, we've done that before. Pick equipment. A belt. Burn damage +1. Initial weakness +2. On interrupt, applies power to self. That could be quite good. Dodge chance +25%. On action, 25% chance to apply dodge to self. Wind generator. Oh, I mean, just every time you interrupt, get power. Burn damage +1. Who would I put that on? I mean, burn damage is obviously him. But I honestly don't want to replace what he currently has. This is great. I guess it doesn't have to be his burn. It's any burn, right? So it could be on anybody. On interrupt. Well, it'd probably be best on him then. Although then we don't get the wild damage. But that would be the best one to replace. Whereas this... Dodge is nice. Dodge is always nice. It's really good on... If I can get it onto Naga. Simply because he's already dodging the first hit. And then Dodge would dodge the second. So like... That's could be quite good. As a debuff to the enemy. It's not really debuffing the enemy, though, unfortunately, so... I think I take the belt. And... I mean, giving him power is not bad. Giving the Wormling power is also not bad. Actually, you know what? Why don't I swap this around? Why don't I do this on the Wormling? Because when he gets power and then he attacks, he gives that power to everybody else. And then I give the chain to Naga since he does a lot of single target attacks. And he's doing a lot of retaliation attacks. If he ever does basic attacks, we'll generate more Aether, but probably won't matter. Alright, I guess goodbye, Common Lance. You did well. Alright, what do we got here? God. Okay, we're starting to see that things have more poise. And they do more damage in this area, so... This biome. So things are gonna be ramping up here pretty steadily. Basic attacks. Nothing too dangerous. This guy I want to be able to interrupt if possible. Which I can quite easily, actually. Because now he has the lance. Do I want to give him force before I do this. I don't think it matters. He gets the force back. So now it's just basic attacks. If I do Winter Guard, he's going to be taking all of the attacks, all three of them. I might want to set up some more dodges and power. I also have him available. I'll give him some crits to work with. And there's only so much we can do here, but it is what it is. I guess I may as well do some poise damage. He's gonna take some hits here, which is not great for us because he's got the highest corruption, but... Oh, he actually just dodged both of those. He dodged both of them. Okay, that went excellently, actually. Now, this power is gonna convert it over to both of them. I can interrupt that easily. This guy doesn't matter. This guy's a bit of a problem, but I can interrupt him too. Alright, so the question is, what order do I want to do things in? That is the real question. 3 force to everybody is just so good. Let's do this. Oh, I don't have enough green now to do this. It doesn't really matter, though, actually. You can just do a basic attack and it's still just as good. Although... yeah, it kind of has to be that direction. So I have to do it this way. Blah, blah. And then we do it this way. So all they're going to have is this guy who's generating power. And Aether, but they already have so much Aether it doesn't really matter, probably. Okay, they're attacking a lot. We need to probably just start eliminating people. Just go attack. Give everybody else power as well by doing this. Look at that. Gorgeous. This as a free action. Buff him up. Buff himself up. Who's he actually attacking? In the middle. That's not ideal for us. I need somebody to be able to redirect. This guy will be able to redirect to himself. And then this is a lot of potential damage, but I could also apply redirect to him as well. I don't know which redirect will take priority. If it's first applied or last applied. It's first applied by the looks of it. Okay, I mean, this is fine. This is great, actually. Maybe a little bit more corruption on the cockatrice than I'd like, but the Wormling can now just hit this button every turn and kill something. And that's why I want that move on one other person. Because now that when you got this much force, it's just so easy to... I don't need to optimize this turn. I can just attack. It doesn't really matter. All right. Seems good. Loot. Skill reroll. That is actually nice. I do want that. Okay, this is the way forward. There will be a merchant possibility or loot epic. Destroying all the books. Release a soul. We got 9 souls right now. Yeah, you better believe I'm gonna do this. Who do I give the HP to? Cockatrice, I guess. No, oh, I should have given it to Naga since he gets the most shields and he can, in theory, cap out these barrels. Or fermenting red wine, apparently. Yep. No, I didn't get the item before doing this fight, but oh well. It's okay. How many buffs we get? So swole. Okay, I really want to play this, but I need one more earth, and I don't have it. Okay, who are you attacking? Top, bottom, and bottom. Okay, good to know. Well. I attack with chain. I'm gonna do this. That wasn't really my intent, but okay. They no longer have enough to purge. So I can't purge anymore. So just 2 basic attacks going down to the cockatrice. I want a Winter Guard to absorb one of them. I think that's probably a reasonable choice. But I gotta do this first. I won't have enough for Winter Guard if I do that attack, but I could do this one potentially. Not that good. I may as well just regular attack at that point. Yeah, let's just regular attack. But for like next to nothing, but you know, whatever. These elements are not the greatest for us. Now, the problem is I'm not going to have much force. That's something. I'm going to stack up the Wormling so we can just start going ham with them next turn. Just killing one thing a turn, probably. I like how they block each other. Take the hits for each other. Like real bros. Okay. Well, I almost certainly want to Winter Guard and then this. And that'll give more force as well to everybody. More importantly, the Wormling. So which one do I care the most about? 3 times 8. Or just deal shield damage. Okay, I'll kill this guy. Easy kill. And everyone else gets power for that. We've got shields. Really not going to do terribly much to us, so... Do I want to play Burn to him? Do I care? Let's just attack. They won't really do a whole lot to us here. Easy peasy. He continues to just be an absolute menace up there. Alright, what are they going to do? They're probably going to attack us multiple times, yeah. I'm just going to Winter Guard. So that'll give us more force as well. And then I can nuke somebody down. You're the biggest threat, so I'll do this. God, it's so good. This move is absurd. Wormlings are support, and he's just absolutely demolishing. We can do another Winter Guard. We can have so much shields. No reason not to power myself up. I'm not getting hit, so... Unless I did this, and then I'd get redirect, but... Let's just deal damage. It'll be fine. Miss. Lol. I didn't even think about that. It was just a one-hit thing, so he's really good at. So for multi-hits, it's better for Cockatrice to tank him with dodge, and for single hits, it's better for Naga to take them. But anyways, so I started blasting. That's absurd. That's so absurd. And then he gets power, and then he immediately gives that power to everybody else because of the belt. Oh, that's so unbelievably good. For every 50 healing of your allies generates 1 wild Aether. On attack applies 1 burn to target enemy for every power stack on this monster. In theory, that could be good. 4 stacks and allies don't only. Oh yeah, it's that thing again. Maybe I just re-roll this. I think I just re-roll. Healing +1, or whenever an ally is healed to full health, cleanses to corruption. Once this monster has force, it gains +2 defense and takes 1 less corruption from any attacks. I mean, that just gives them +2 defense essentially forever. Now that it reaches 2 force stacks, it generates 2 random Aether. Triggers up to once per combat per ally. I mean, we'd get that instantly. That'd be like 6 extra Aether per fight. Versus having +2 defense. Enemies in the next zone are going to have +2 attack, right? +2 damage. So that's just counteracting that. 1 less corruption from enemy attacks means small hits probably won't give us any corruption whatsoever. I could definitely go with both of them. I think... Do we really need the Aether? Do we really? I mean, sometimes we do. The defense is probably pretty good. Alright, that's fine. We'll do that. Staff, common. +1 hit, initial shield +5. Don't care. Not worth. 2 skill rerolls. Neat. Like that. Wait, is there anything hidden back here? No. Okay, map. Guess we'll just warp to here. Okay. Put a high ground just in case. There are in fact enemies here, so I guess I stopped the super guy. He's kind of annoying. Although he's probably just going to do a defensive action. We'll see. Okay, so he's attacking middle, attacking bottom, attacking middle. So we're definitely going to want some redirects going on here. This is 3 attacks. 2, that's 2. So both of them will be pretty good at dodging here. Wish I had that extra mana now. Because then I would be able to do Diamond Shield and set everybody up for life, essentially. But alas, I do not have that 1 extra mana. I could get it. The basic attack. I can also stop someone with him. Doesn't really matter what attack I do either. I just need... Yeah, alright, let's do this. And then this. 3 actions are good. Then I can attack with him. Who do I want? I already have 1 redirect on him, so I probably want to do Winter Shield up here. I don't know if I'll be able to do Winter Shield, actually. I don't think I'll have enough. I can stagger him, so that's cool. That didn't give me Earth, actually. This gives me Wild. I can stop the attack on Cockatrice, or I can stop the attack on him. It doesn't really make a difference. This one does more damage, so. Diamond Shield. Here's the problem. Which one is going to take the retaliation damage? It'd be better. Oh wait. Nobody, he's attacking our tank actually, so it's actually an easy choice. I just do this. You get shields, we all get tons and tons of force. On the next turn, I just start killing everything. One at a time. Well, they have a lot of HP. On this difficulty, everything gets so much HP. Mythic indeed. So this is like just freebie, right? Just who do I want to kill? Honestly, he's probably more threatening overall. Okay, and then Hugh. I mean, I can stagger him pretty easily, or at least take away his attack. Which means I should probably Winter Guard with him. Could also just flurry dodge tank. That doesn't actually stop any attacks necessarily. Can apply force to self. He'll just take it. He'll be taking both. Actually, I think this will spread it out pretty evenly. Move this, and then I'll just Winter Guard, I think. He doesn't have any dodge stacks right now, unfortunately. So actually, this is not ideal. Actually ran out of dodge stacks. Well, he dodged the first one and then the shields absorbed the rest, so worked out. And now all I have to do is kill. Huh. Wait, it didn't kill him. I could have sworn that would kill. Oh, come on, dude. I guess this doesn't make a huge difference here, but we're up. Also, if he attacks first, what's he doing? He's just okay. He's just shielding anyways. So even if we don't kill this turn, it's no big deal. Look at all that ether. That guy burned to death, I guess. All right. +1 hit. Just flat +1 hit, huh? Interesting. Whenever redirect is applied to this monster, shield suffer 7. Well. On start of fight, he gets dodge, which then gives him another dodge and redirect. Then the redirect would then give him 7 shields. That's interesting, but I don't know. It's okay, I guess. Allies gain +10% evasion whenever an ally evades a hit. Deals 5 wind damage to attacker. I mean, that's pretty good. Dodge only. Oh, yeah, right. This is basically just giving him 7 shields whenever I use that skill. You know what? That's pretty good. I like that. 7 shields to start with, and anytime he uses the 2 wind power thing that gives him dodge. Precision meteor. On hit on crit, +3 poise damage. So this will always do 4 damage. 4 poise damage? Or just 1 blast? And it doesn't require me to have a ton of force, but it also doesn't do that much damage. It does 18 damage, which is okay. But it's mostly just for breaking poise. Drift guard. Shield self, redirect. Could also reroll and try and get the flame skewer. I'm assuming he can get it. I mean, we've had it on him before. It's how much do I want to actually dig for it, you know? When this does very similar. Now let's reroll. Flame Skewer, there it is. The others are good. But Flame Skewer is just amazing. It's just, you know, we've got two guys that once we get set up with force, we just go to town and just destroy everything. That's incredible. I think I have to get rid of fiery stabs for it. Yeah. Which is fine. Oops. Go back down. Pick it up. Skill rerolls. Nice. All right, what's this? Soul Altar. Release a monster soul and get a boon. We have a lot of monster souls right now, so dodge boon. All right. We could also re-up that at the before we leave and go to the boss, right? Wait, is this it? That's everything? Okay, I mean that's great. That means we have 2 dodge boons, or we have the dodge boon for the next 2 fights. Epic loot, merchant. I only have 15 bucks, so the merchant's probably not as good. Let's get epic loot. All right. I'll get gain 2 XP. I mean, sure. All right. Is there anything over here? No. Oh, there's the boss. And we even get to start on high ground. But where's my epic loot? Damn it. Would like to get that first, but that's okay. He has 10 poise each on these, huh? Okay. Oh, let's see what we can do. I think this should go pretty well for us. I've only had 1 more earth, or like 1 wild generation. Did we all start with dodge? Chosen wind, okay. Like, I can't set this up on turn 1. This would be so good on turn 1. So unbelievably good. But alas, wow, he's only doing basic attacks. He also got kind of shit on for... Well, actually, you know what I could do? Oh, but then I won't have enough fire anyways if I do that. So it's kind of a moot point here. But it will be good soon enough. I think I just do this. That gives everyone force. And then I could do this for decent damage. Then he won't really have much to do. Okay, that's probably okay. I could just save our force as well. Oh wait, I should use this. Give him power immediately. Because then that power can be traded to everybody else. Yeah, I think we're just gonna generate for the future. We'll burn a little bit, but that's okay. And we'll just do this. He's just gonna do some basic attacks anyways, and everybody has dodge, so what have you. He just keeps getting power every time he gets hit, so can't really complain. Why doesn't he have any power? Well, all right, we're gonna diamond shield. Who's gonna take the most hits? He is probably. Everybody gets power. Tons of power. Dude, I can do double. I can do double flame skewers. Then Winter Guard. That seems really good, right? Oh, I can't. All right, I can't do double because he just uses action. Well, this is gonna hurt, but that's okay. I need to start doing good damage to him, so. This would dodge and do redirect, but I need to block everybody because he's doing an area attack. That's fine. Oh, surge. Which we block. Get to do some return damage too. Oh, he's no dodge stacks. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate, but oh well. This has got lots of power. Do you think it's time to just... No, not quite. This would be pretty good. Let's do this. Then I just flame skewer. And I very simply winter guard, I think, and just absorb the damage. Well, that's so much damage. I actually have to dodge tank this. I can't shield it. So everyone's gonna have to, you know, share the pain here a little bit. But honestly, we might be able to just kill him with 2 attacks next turn. I'm glad I dodged. Pretty sure I would have been dead with the shields. I'm pretty confident I can do enough damage to kill him with both of these. If I have any other way to give him power, which I do. Alright, if I'm wrong, it's gonna suck, but I don't think we are. I'm wrong, because I need... Actually, no, this works. This works. That deals damage and gets us the fire, and then we do this. Beautiful. Alright. The strat works. Worthiness. Well, we get some crystals, though. No level ups. It's the loot. Rare equipment. It's just an ocarina, though, which I do not care about. Get some loot here. Seriously, wasn't this supposed to lead to epic loot? It's just not here. Did the path just lie to me? I'm not crazy, right? Have to direct. Okay. Yeah, there's no epic loot here. It ain't here. All I got was crappy rare loot. Alright. We'll have a little tiny bit of corruption left. That's not bad at all. What do we have for money? 43? Target monster generates 1 random aether and heals and shields them for 7. I mean, that's alright. A lance. 33% chance to get force on self. Weakness, wild damage. I mean, that's pretty good. This is funny. So the orb gives +1 aether, but health is reduced by 3. And then it's got the extra effect of health +10. So it's really aether +1, health +7. Sure. Here's my question. Do I want this lance? It's only rare. Is that better than the debuff, cleanse, and purging? Probably is better, actually. Yeah, I think so. The purge is really nice, but definitely not getting rid of either of these. But the wild damage is great, especially since he's retaliating a lot. Wild damage +2. Those first hits always going to do +2 damage. Applying weakness and then having a chance to just also have force. I mean, there you go. Don't care about the plus HP one. Well, I may as well buy the artifact, I suppose. And let's get some XP. Will I get lucky a second time? Nope. Buy the monster soul too, just in case. Got 8 of them. I did not need to buy that. Envoy, knight, or actual epic loot, maybe, possibly. Alright, back in the garden district. It really does take about an hour per zone, huh? Maybe a little bit longer if I'm being kind of pokey. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Lots of ground and wind. Well, probably won't make a difference to us. We're probably just going to blast them with fire anyways. I need +1 Earth generation. That's what I really need. That's all I need. And we would just absolutely crush things. Another water would also be nice, but, you know, can't always get what you want. He's attacking the middle. He's also attacking middle. So I'm going to want to redirect that away from people, if at all possible. Let's do this. And... oh, I can just stagger that one completely. He's already attacking bottom. So it'd be better to target him, if possible. I think the 2 of them combined can actually stagger this guy. No, not quite. I'll be 1 off. I will, in fact, be 1 off. Well, this guy will get an extra redirect. Not that it'll really matter. He's got 4 stacks of dodge. How do I want to do this? Let's get force on him. And I guess I'm just going to do a basic attack. Doesn't really matter. Now, this guy's going to have sidekick. So he's actually going to probably mess us up more than we'd like. Oh, I just lost all of our force on him. Also, that was both redirects. Okay, you know, that was fine. Small amount of corruption. Well, Diamond Sphere, Diamond Shield's probably the way to go. On himself, by the looks of it. That gives lots of force. And then I can probably start doing this. I need to kill the cat. I don't want to deal with the sidekick stuff. Power up. And then I can't quite kill the cat. No. I can't quite stagger this guy either. Oh well. Everyone has dodge stacks. Oh, not anymore, but you know, he did. Didn't take any health damage there. Therefore, no corruption. Bro, wow, they have a lot of regeneration. They got a crap load of regeneration. I bet they're going to attack a lot here. No, just 1. He's very easy to crush, actually. Do I want to build up more force? I think I do. Let's do this. And this. Doesn't get redirect, but this allows this guy to nuke down pretty much anybody. Well, almost. Not quite. It's okay, because I can interrupt this guy. Who are you attacking? He's attacking the top guy. If I use this, well, he'll get staggered, so it won't really matter. So I kill this. Never mind, I don't kill that. Well, I may as well get a little bit more power, because I can. That applies burn. Nice. Okay. This guy might die to... No, he won't die to burn, because he's not going to take an action. I think Psychic will still trigger. We'll see. Yep. Or not. Okay. I didn't take damage, so I'm fine with that. Alright, it's time to just start blasting. It doesn't really matter who I target. Because they keep blocking me. I don't have enough fire currently. Okay. Kill this one. That'll generate enough fire, right? No, it doesn't. Does not actually. Who are you attacking? Bottom guy. He's got 4 defense currently. I'll shield him and give us more power. And give us... Oh, that sucks. Oh, dude. They did not care about the dodge that much. I guess Sidekick ignores dodge. Much. I don't remember. It's okay though. Block this. Our cockatrice is kind of taking too much damage comparatively. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. All right, everybody gets to level up. A new trait. Whenever it redirects is applied, this monster shield suffer 7. Oh, it's like the other one. I think I can only have 4 traits, though. I might have to replace one. Honestly, applies 2 redirect and shield self for 2 times 3 at the start. I mean, that's not bad. Keeping half your shields, though, is also quite good. Maybe I just reroll skills. This monster gains +2 max HP for every level it has. It gains +1 crit damage for every 15 max HP. Every 15? Dedicated support action. Oh, this makes it so much even better. I'm already adding 1 force to everybody. And this would add even more. Shields them for 3 and applies 2 force. Honestly, that's even better. Yeah, I like reinforce, I think. Although the max HP and crit damage is really good. He can do a lot of damage. He's gonna have a lot of HP. If I think massive damage is actually the way to go. Although this is super tempting. Okay. Precision Meteor. Stow Charm. It is a free action, but currently I'd have to replace something else. Honestly, Holy Breath is probably the least useful. Although it is nice to be able to heal. Actually, Fire Dash is probably the least useful. Applies 2 force itself as a free action. It is fire. Let me do 1 reroll. Meteor Charm. Applies temporary power to a target ally, then shields for 2 for each power stack as a free action. It's Earth, which we really don't have much of. Heals, generates a random Aether. Wind damage against target enemy for just a free action. That's kind of neat, I guess. Do I want Meteor Charm? There's another support action. It has to be a dedicated support action for this statue trigger, though. These are just regular. Do I want Air Dart instead of like Fire Dash? I'm gonna do 1 more reroll. Lightning Bolt Trap. This is good. This is very good. Add 1 dodge and 2 force to target ally, and they get a retaliation. Air Shield applies 3 force to target ally, then shields for 2 for each force stack. No, I want that actually. Right? I mean, dodge and force is amazing, but I think I just take Air Shield because if I can't do Diamond Shield turn 1, Air Shield's the next best thing. especially since it's not going to use any fire. I guess Holy Breath is kind of the same, actually, now that I think about it. But this has 3 force. And it gives shields instead of healing. He doesn't need Fire Dash. It gives us a lot of options. Unstable Charm is really good. Especially for him, because he can do it on himself. But he already has Heat, which just does damage on himself. This does more, but also applies force. Well, can a guard? Yeah, redirect and a retaliate. I mean, that's not bad. Honestly, it's probably more useful than Lava Bolt. It only costs 1 more. Unstoppable Charm is definitely very tempting because I can use it on other people, not just himself as well. Problem is I do take more damage from it than Heat, and it is slightly more expensive. Do I just get rid of... I'm scared to get rid of Lava Bolt because that's potentially a way to get good poise damage in. I don't need 2 free actions that do essentially the same thing. I'll just get rid of Heat. Kind of like an upgraded Heat. Oxtrus gained 1 XP. Alright, sure. Soul Lantern. Increase their max HP by 5, huh? Probably actually Naga. Okay. Don't know if that's the correct choice or not, but we'll find out. Alright, they have a Naga of their own, which we will want to target down. We don't want it to get buffed up. Yeah, I need 1 Earth. 1 Earth generation. Unfortunate that we don't. Okay, we got 2 people attacking the bottom, 1 attacking the top. It's not super ideal. Air shield. I don't have enough fire to start with either here. I can start buffing people up for... I really want him to have redirect to take 1 of the hits for Cockatrice. I don't think we're going to be able to... No, we're definitely not going to be able to stagger anyone. They all have so much poise. That is the problem. And I don't have the chain anymore, which sucks. Well, I'm going to shield Cockatrice. Give him force. And then I'm just going to do this to give even more force to everybody. Nobody's going to redirect up to him, but it is what it is. Oh, actually, no. Cockatrice is going to take this for him, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. Could do... I could have generated a random Aether, actually. Let's use this. Why not? Won't go to waste. Don't necessarily need this, but it is a free action. And then I'll just regular attack, I guess. Could almost stagger him, almost. God, I'm gonna take so much damage. Never mind, that was not that much damage. There's 1 more basic attack, but that's... Holy frig. Yeah, that was quite a bit. I forgot, everything does extra damage in the zone. They do +2 damage. Alright. Well, time to start blasting, methinks. So I give you power. The only one that's attacking here, which I can actually interrupt very easily. Probably want this, because that'll apply 3 force to everybody, which I do not want to have happen. Let's do this. Interrupt him. And you are just shielding and poisoning, which I don't care too much about. I guess I'm just gonna basic attack, so I may as well set him up for the future. Probably could have one-shot him had I done that first, but that would have required calculating how much Aether I was gonna use across 3 different actions, and it's not worth it. Alright, so let's see if we can't just nuke him down. I mean, I don't quite have enough for both of them to do it, but can someone else attack the bottom guy and kill him? I'll be having to use this? No. It's okay. What? Then he's just gonna show himself into play force, which I don't care that much about. Does this matter? That probably doesn't matter. Give everybody force. And I mean, this will cleanse debuffs. Don't really need to though. Let's just do damage. Get some dodge and redirect. Not that it really matters. Because we will just flame skewer him and kill him. Poisons us, but whatever. As long as nobody dies, it's fine. Oh, that damage is so good. Flame skewer. There you go. Will this be good? Okay, Coxtrus definitely feels like the weak link currently. So if we were to replace anyone, it would be him. Question is, who would we replace him with? And if I do replace him, then the problem is I would need to then get equipment for the new monster. That is not necessarily going to happen. Oh, almost just walked right into that. I mean, I kind of did. I just didn't get punished for it. You don't get the high ground for the extra poise break, but whatever. Man, I wish I could have one more earth. You know? But they're gonna do a lot of poisoning to us and a lot of attacks. Okay. I could generate 1 random Aether, maybe, but I should probably save that for the boss. Probably. How do I want to do this? Is the problem? I don't know. Do I care? I can just do this. Give everybody force. You're attacking bottom and middle. Okay, well, I probably did this in not the greatest way possible, but this will give us 10 shields. He doesn't have any dodge. Would require him. Can't really do both. I need him to take one of the hits, probably. But then he's taking all 3, and I really don't want that to happen. I mean, I could still do it, though. I think what I do is actually just this. He's already taking one of the hits. Actually, yeah, he already gets... This already redirects to him. So that was actually the correct choice. Seems all fire through just poison. It's not going to be enough, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just generate some mana for next time. Mana, I mean Aether. Be a lot of poison. A lot of it. Oh, this is gonna hurt so much. He's gonna have so much corruption. I might just replace the cockatrice. I don't know. Like, he just... I mean, he's doing his job of taking the hits. Maybe it's not his fault. Maybe it's the fault of my other monsters. Need to take the load off of him better. Well, I can kill this guy. This is the one that's actually the most threatening. This guy. Like, can't do the best of jobs at that. Okay. Do I just Winter Guard? That's probably the safest thing to do. Although I wanted to get power going, but this does still get power. It's not as much. I could do this. I get a ton of power, but I really need to kill somebody to reduce damage. So I'm just going to do this as much as I wish. Maybe I could have done it the other way around. He could have done this, and he could have done the flame skewer. Probably. I think so. But anyways, they'll redirect up to him. Is probably what we want. I'm just going to play it safe. This reduces their poison. This will do a lot of a shield damage. Or not. Oh no, here it comes. Okay, that's not so bad. And then this attack will go to the top anyways. Oh wow, that was really nice. No! No, cockatrice, no! You fool! Why did you have redirect? I didn't think you had redirect. Crap. Well, I guess we have to replace him now, whether I wanted to or not. Not doing anything he is. But if I do this, we'll get enough power. Be able to nuke him down. There we go. Well, I wonder what our third monster will be now. Crap, we lose the equipment. That's the biggest problem. Ah, it's brutal. Well, luckily the one that died was the one that had all the corruption on him, so could have been worse, but At the start of combat, and whenever an enemy is staggered, applies 1 force and 2 temporary power to self. Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. He starts with 1 force and 2 temporary power. Every 3 power applied to allies trains 1 random Aether. That would also potentially be really good, because then it could give us the ground Aether we need. And this does happen a lot. Whenever an enemy's staggered, I think I have to take power generator. But actually, I don't know. Let's say cruelty. Actual greed. No, that's the loot, and I don't have a space for it. I could have got a monster. I can't go back. No. Earth damage +1. Initial temporary power +1. It's 1 random Aether into wild Aether and shield self for 4. I would have loved that on the third monster. I can't go back. Do you think this game autosaves after fights? What happens if I ult F4? Will I just lose my whole run? I'll probably just lose my whole run. Ah. Well, we probably don't care about burn anymore, actually. Yeah, we probably don't care about... Yeah, alright, let's just replace the belt then. Well, I should have known. Oh well. It is what it is, I guess. Who's our third monster gonna be? We have a lot of options. Holy crap. This is a very important decision to make. I could have him. I could have the Jinn. Could also have the cat. I don't think that's necessarily worth it. I don't want the Ooze or Medusa. Starspawn? I mean, it is pretty good. Power and age and Aether. Alternatively, you could have Ravager again, but I think we just take Starspawn, unfortunately. He's fire water. Gets Aether +1, damage +1, initial shields +5. I mean, he does play off power too, so I think this will probably work out. Level up a lot. Hopefully to 8, but maybe 7. Probably 7. Yeah, just short of 8. So every turn generates wild Aether. We really would like that, actually. Whenever this monster generates or consumes Aether shield self equal to... Let's take Void Burn. We know that's very good. Dedicated support action generates wild Aether. I have no re-rolls, unfortunately, but... Consumes all water Aether, does poise damage. I mean, that's... potentially a good way. We don't actually have water attacks currently, other than... So he has to be able to do this. This is AoE. Alright, let's take Water Bolt. That'll be good. Potentially for the final boss. Means aging for every 2 age. Generates wild Aether. Oh, shit. I mean, that's kind of nice. Deals a hit with damage equal to the total amount of power in the party. Ooh. Oh. We get a lot of power, so... Alright, I'm gonna do that. I'm not really using it for any aging effects at this point. Heals target, generates random Aether, free action. The free action, just small hit. Water, wind damage against target. This is not great. I mean, this is more... This helps pay for itself. None of these are great. This is 5 hits. It's flexible. We'll take it. When you reach 5 Aether of the same element, purge 1 of the same element, implies power to self. Every 3 aging applies 1 power to self. I mean, that's okay. Every 5 age triggers an attack against all enemies with 2 earth water hits. Damage of each hit equals the amount of age stacks on this monster. So like every 5 turns. The damage of each hit. So it'll be like doing 5 times 2. Then 10 times 2 to everything. Is that really going to add up to matter? Purging enemy Aether. Just once per element per combat. Oh, per element. That's kind of interesting. It's probably not going to matter. I think we'll just go aging every 3 age, get 1 power. That works for the other guys. Heals all allies with age. Heals all allies for 3 times 7. Allies can retaliate. Oh. Heals self for 7 and generates random Aether. Okay. I don't know if I'd use this, to be honest. This is water fire, this is water wind. This is wild damage. I mean, how expensive do I want to have his stuff be? God, losing the cockatrice really kind of sucks. Not having the equipment. So for wind damage, I can go back and say, all right, what are we doing for wind damage here? Nothing. It's just him. Well, all right. And I will get rid of this one. Explosion. That's not great. I mean, we could re-roll. We could get another monster, potentially. If I didn't want to use him. Who has 43 HP? Oh, I can't actually get another one. All right, well. See, there's more stuff over here. So I don't remember if I found the secret area in this biome. It's gotta be right here, right? There's so many trees. Maybe not. Oh, well. Let's see. I only got 22 bucks. Merchant, Aether Crystals, or Witch. Well, the Merchant, I might be able to buy something cheap for equipment at the very least. All I can really hope for, I think. We can look at what other monsters are available too. I'm not like in love with what we just got. Under hands. This monster has 3 or more age, triggers an attack. Okay, he's a summoner. We get the cockatrice back. We could. We actually could. If I didn't want to change our stuff around. I mean, I'd have to rebuild them. And there's no guarantee I get all the same traits or whatever. Do I believe in him? Or do I believe in our new friend? Fire Spawn. Is he doing anything like super amazing? I mean, on attack, he's gonna get a lot of damage in theory. He's giving us a lot of wild aether, which is what we really need to be able to do Diamond Shield and then do our big attacks. So maybe. All right, what do you got for us? What for equipment? I can't afford that. Debuff cleanse, 75% chance to get power. This is 100%. And then another 20% chance on top of it. Interesting. Because all your monsters. Okay, hold on. Let me see if there's more money around. Can I get like 4 more bucks? What do you guys have? Give gold, give Aether Crystals and receive gold. All right. I don't need meta progression. I need to win. All right, belt. He wants power. Do I dare try and random into getting a level up with XP? I think I do. Nope. Not gonna happen. All right. Okay, there's a bunch of enemies over there. Map. All right, I'm gonna go north first then. What's this? Oh, it's rare equipment, of course. Just after I bought something. Evasion, power chance, initial weakness, don't care. Ours is better. Fortunately, this guy's ambushing us. This is a dirty combo of units. Oh! He's special. He's shifted. I want that. Water. Fortunately, I'm not going to do that. Sacking bottom. It's buffing up. Using Wish. Okay, well. Yeah, this is still good. I have to protect him because he is quite weak. Oh my god, that is so much damage. Am I gonna be able to even protect him? I don't know. I don't know. Might just die immediately. May just die immediately. I break 3 poise. That'll bring it down to 4. This would do a lot, but I obviously don't have enough resources for that. I can shield him for another 7. I wish I had winter guarded. I wish I had. We might have to go back for that cockatrice after all. Poison damage for each, but unfortunately that doesn't actually help us here. We got 1 wild Aether. I mean, this could generate another random Aether, and that might give us nothing. Yeah, our stuff is too expensive. Well, he thinks he's gonna die a horrible death, or at least very close to it. At least he's got weakness on him, actually. That might make a huge difference. Oh, but he's got power, so it's an automatic crit on the first one. Oh, actually, that's not so bad for corruption. It's a lot of health we lost. We can't take that again, but... Fire on top. Polar wind on bottom. That's not good. Blooming in middle. Well, we can kill this guy pretty easily. I think I can do this. Give us more force. And then I just... Will this work? He doesn't have dodge, I don't think. Oh, but he's blocking it. No, he's got 200 HP. What is this nonsense? I don't have anything that hits everything. I can't kill him. Uh-oh. Well, I feel like I've done goofed pretty badly here. Actually, I can interrupt this one. That's the only one. So it's either that or heal myself. Oh, this is not great. Okay, I gotta do this to start with. And then we have to interrupt this guy. And we just take what we get, I guess. Hurt. It's a lot of corruption. He thinks we're going to be replacing the star guy. He's got dodge. Right. Dodge doesn't actually help him with Flame Skewer, though. Who are you attacking? This guy's just picking on our bottom guy so much. Might need to wide guard just to redirect. Take that hit. And bust everybody too. The Flame Skewer can actually just kill this guy. Yeah. Alright. Can't dodge that. Well, he could with evasion, but... Oh, hey. Sorry for making fun of you. That's pretty good. Look how much power he had. He had 12 power on him. His attacks do another 12 damage when he's got 12 power, so... Maybe we keep them. Maybe we keep them. For every 2 age generates Wild Aether. And every 2 support actions applies power on self. Support action deals a 3 damage hit to target enemy and triggers on attack effects. The fuck? Pardon my language, but what? Is that his on attack effects? Because that would be Magnus hit. I guess probably just that. So if I use supports, they would also be doing the Magnus effect. But I have to how would I target multiple people? I don't know how that would work. I'm gonna take the Wild Aether, I think. We got a level 9 Naga. Temporary power shields for each power stack. Vision Meteor. Applies force to all allies. Is regular old attack. It is a water attack, which he doesn't usually have. I'm probably not using Unstable Charm. I don't know. But it's a free action, so actually I'd rather keep it. I don't think I want any of these. This is also a free action, but this could give a lot of shields to Starmans. Might be better than this Unstable Charm. But of course, it's probably how we actually win. So, oh, that's so tempting. I replace Unstable Charm for Meteor Charm. I think so. I do think so. Okay. Well, a belt. It's rare. Initial temper power. Okay, so I could get more power. Field generator. I don't think I want it. I don't think I want it. Do you have anything that I want to buy? Nope. Well, yes, actually you do. Hourglass of Undoing. I might use it. Might not. Okay. At least we get the drop on them this time around. Kind of. This doesn't really matter too much. Which one do we pick? We don't have the best spread of elements anymore. Powering up. What are you doing? Summoning, attacking. I'm probably not going to be able to kill him. He's attacking everybody. I'll protect our weakest member. Lots of power to people. Meteor Charm is a free action. Can I do that and this? I think so. Just barely. This doesn't do nearly enough damage. Everything has so much HP now on this. It's kind of absurd. Well, we're gonna get hit for a bit, but he is weakened at least. He'll dodge a little bit. That wasn't horrendous. But that was pretty bad. Starboy is... I forgot about Sidekick. And now they're going to have so many attacks because of these. Oh, that's not good because they... Pretty sure you can't dodge them. I need the 5 wild. If I use an earth attack, we can get 5, and then we can use this. And probably obliterate most people. Just in case. Do it on him. And then I can do this. Daggers one, kills the other. It's very important because that's both summons disabled as well for this turn. Then everybody gets a crap load of power. And I can almost kill cat. One go here. Not quite. All right. We got some corruption. That's the only really big downside right now. I need our wormling to attack so everyone else gets the 10 power. That's what I need to do. That'll be so good against the boss. When that happens. Basically, like, everyone's building up power on him and force on him. And then he ends up giving it all back. It's forced all allies, heals all allies if all allies have full health, applies power to self if they all have full health. Applies temporary power to self, kills self for 5, cleanses 2 debuffs himself. It's a free action. Do I have anything that I would want to get rid of, though? I don't think so. I think I want everything. Other than maybe Holy Breath is not worth. This is better than Holy Breath. It's only really on himself. Could also do Polar Winds so he has a water attack if need be. I can just give him a heal. I like this because this is another way to have him pass on his buffs to other people. Star Spawn gained 1 XP. Hooray. Star Spawn has 15 corruption currently. What? Who are you? Ahoy! Okay, I'm Sophilia, resident treasure hunter of the Pilgrim's Rest. You must be an Aethermancer. You're correct, I'm Sariu. Pleased to meet you. I've been to the Fractured Ruins plenty of time, but it's not quite how I remember it. To tell the truth, I've been feeling kind of dizzy. How long have you been inside the void? Can't remember. Alright, just go back. Yes, it's the same. You're not so bad for an Aethermancer. Hey, cleanse a little bit of corruption, so I mean, thanks, I guess. Okay, witch or knight? Go to the witch. We go to the knight a lot, so. What do you got for us, Lily? Think about you, Naga? You're Naga. It looks like a fierce warrior, but it's also a powerful protector. It must make you feel really confident to have it by your side. Or do. Reroll a trait, an action, or get 3 random XP. What? Are there any traits I don't want? Protector's honestly not that good. I could reroll Protector into something much better. Where power is applied to this monster, heals each ally. Dedicated support action applies force. I like that. I like that, honestly. Yeah, I guess I would just re-roll Protector. Right? Or I could go for XP. 3 XP is not going to do us anything. So re-roll a trait on Naga. Protector. Okay. When you reach 5 Aether of the same element, generates 2 additional Aether of the same element and applies 1 force to each ally. Okay. On dedicated support action, heals. Applies 2 force. When an ally reaches 2 force stacks, it generates 2 random Aether. I think I need the defensive one probably more. Let's target ally for 3, shields him for 3, and applies 2 force. His dedicated attack action or support actions are this. This is not. But these 2 would. I mean, that's pretty good. I'll take it. It's better than what we had before. All right, I have one option. Or one chance, I should say, to replace our Star Spawn. I feel like it will be really good against the summoned guys, but it's contingent on us having a wild Aether. The problem is I have no way to really protect it, or not a very good way to protect it. I like. I'm gonna roll with it. All right, I just ran past him. There's nowhere to go. All right, well, the hand is not that difficult of a fight, although he's gonna have a lot of HP, like a metric crap load of HP. At least he starts with weakness. How many effects apply? We also start with weakness. Okay, well, fine then. Gonna summon and do a basic attack against him. Okay. Let us do Diamond Shield on him then, giving everyone force. We're gonna set up big time and then just go ham on him, I think. I think that's the play. Do I have enough to use this and this? I do. And he won't be doing very much, but that's okay. Oh, I should have given it to him. Oops. It would be better on the Wormling, because then it would get duplicated when he attacks next turn. But that's okay. Power's also good on him down here, but I'm just going to keep our wild magic. Oh, we just lost it. Never mind. Okay. Attack. Oh, that did so much damage. I forgot about the summon. Okay. Probably. Okay, if we use Earth, we'll get bonuses. This is doing reasonable damage now, but still not super exciting. He's gonna shield himself, apply Age. I don't know who this is going to attack. It'll just be random, unfortunately. It doesn't care about redirect. So I might just do this just to keep him safe. Increase our power. And then start going ham on him, maybe. Heals all allies, give them... Well, I could do this as well. This is a lot of poise damage. Can almost. Actually, I could. It's like random. Well, let's. Do I do it first? Is there any reason not to do this? Yeah, because of that. It's okay. Actually, that's fine. Spread our corruption out a little bit. Okay. Now we get the stagger. We got a lot of power. I need Wormling to attack this turn. I need him to do this. So he gives the power to everybody else. He's going to be absurdly powerful. Look how much damage we do. Oh, he's going to die. Shit. I messed up. I goofed. I was being too aggressive. He's super duper dead. It doesn't really matter what we do. That's 30 damage. Why is it doing so much? Oh, deals another 2 times 4 damage. So he's doing 38 damage? That doesn't look like... How is he killing me? Do you have anything that applies weakness? Perhaps. No. Oh, he has weakness applied to himself. I can't poise break this. Shit. He thinks he's just dead. So go out with style, I guess. Yep. All right. 1 turn away, 2. I could have saved him. I could have saved him. Oh my gosh, stop. Stop that. Gee, I don't know if I could have saved him. I'm not entirely sure. Can I do both attacks? No, I don't think I can. Uh-oh. That brings him to 78. That brings him to 59. Surely we can make this happen, right? All in. Can he? He could if I had more Aether. Mine is dead. Did I don goof? Well, we can shield. If I'd done this first, I probably would have killed. I don't know. We might just die here. It's gonna be very close. Please. Come on. That's so close to damage. 2 HP, 6 HP. No, Naga. Uh-oh, we are so screwed. Oh, we're so screwed for the final fight. We're only gonna have 2 monsters. Oh no. Well, GG. Actually GG. Like, we are unbelievably screwed. Actually, wait, I might be able to get 2 back. I gotta scrap that. I'm gonna have no equipment. There's a monster summon here, and then when we go through, there'll be another one. So we can get 3 monsters. We're just gonna be underpowered. And I have to change my whole strategy. Oh boy. So we got Windfire. We can get a lot of force on people. Do water, wind damage, and fire damage. But not mostly. Yeah. Okay. What do I do? I guess I could go for Scrambler because he could redirect and tank, and he generates Aether, which we will need as well. I think he'll be level 8, partway through level 8. It's not a huge downgrade, but okay. Retaliate, shield self for 4. This trait triggers 3 times. Cleanse corruption. Whenever this monster generates or consumes Aether, shield self equal to the amount generated or consumed. Every 7 Aether consumed by allies generates wild Aether. Let's take the retaliate. Heals all allies. Problem is I don't know what my third monster is, so I don't necessarily know what I want to build toward. Applies redirect to self. Does wind earth damage. Not much, but it's basically for breaking poise. That's more or less it. Wind bolt is basically the same thing as fire bolt, but for wind. Which I guess we could use. It's super cheap. When you reach 5 Aether of the same kind, purge. Gains aging for every 5 age. Gains aging when an age is applied to this monster. Applies 1 force to each ally with force. Okay, I mean... that's a way to get more aging onto our Wormling, which is going to probably be our carry at this point. Problem is, how do I just have to protect it while it does the damage. Applies 2 force to ally. Also hurts them, but... cleanses debuffs. If it has no debuffs, applies age to it. Just 1 target. Monster has stable charm. Gains aging whenever age is applied to this monster. Heals and shields for 3. Gains aging. Power. Plus 2 max HP. And yeah, okay. Take that. And crit damage. Sure. Shields all allies for 3 times 3. Cleanses debuffs and redirect. Probably what we want. Either that or heal. Target. No. We want Winter Guard. And I will replace... if he's doing something, he basically needs to be able to... have things redirect to him. Shield self triggers when retaliation. Probably doesn't matter that much. I don't think we need brace. Alright, what do we got? Synchronized aging. Whenever you reach 5 Aether of the same element, applies age and shields all allies with H for 3. Gains aging for every 2 H generates wild Aether. Retaliate generates random Aether. Probably want that. Alright. We're changing our entire team essentially at the very end here. Oh, Aldrin. Let's take a glance at what equipment there is first. There's a chain whip for single target. There's initial shield and crit damage and evasion. Okay. We almost certainly want that on him. I won't be able to afford both. I won't be able to afford both. I won't be able to afford very much of anything, to be honest. Okay, so keep that in mind. We can have crit chance, or we're probably going to have pretty good amount of force already, so it's probably not that helpful. It might be good on nothing, because it gets... no, sorry. It says nothing because he has no item. It's probably pretty good on shell, whatever his face is. Health plus 5, power chance. I think I actually just put this on him. The last guy that we summon is not gonna have any equipment, essentially. Who do we get? He can dodge, and he generates Aether. He's very RNG. I don't know if I want to. Amit could be good. I don't really have the greatest ways to give him regeneration. I could do Ravager. Alternatively, I have a support that's based around healing and weakening. I have a tank who's constantly redirecting to him. I have the DPS who's getting lots of power and then nuking down the boss as fast as possible. And then the support that heals? I don't know. I feel like we won't have enough damage doing that. Now, this guy can be quite good. Lead is quite nice. I do have an alternate hand as well. We could do burn. Actually, what's our typings? Let's look at our types here. We have fire wind with good fire damage. Terrible for breaking poise though. Or yeah, breaking poise. Water wind damage to all. Yeah, just do a single. It's pretty weak. Oops, don't want to rename him. No. And then we've got mostly just defense. Water. He might be able to break a little bit of poise. I think we're screwed. I think we're screwed. I need somebody that can do lots of poise damage. And none of these guys are it, I don't think. Unless he does, maybe. He has force and dodge, but he's got like also no health. So I'm terrified. Bro, it applies redirect to self. Minions. Minions are another way to increase damage and potentially break. Picking one that doesn't have worthiness is terrifying. I think I might have to go for Cursed Blood. For Ravager, sorry. I think. Oh, this is a scary pick because there's no going back. There's no going back. Blind. Enemies with terror have a 15% chance to miss each hit. I do like that. For every wind damage or wild damage dealt. Whenever a wild damage hit staggers enemy, purges one. Well, let's take blind. Let's try and get terror. Purge, Aether, apply terror. Vampiric Bite. 1x3 water damage against target enemy. If this action kills an enemy, heals self for 10, increases this action's damage by 3. For the rest of the run. Oh, that'd be so good early on. It's fucking awful now. Got no skill rerolls either. Terror ups our damage, makes them miss. You can also do this for the interrupts. Well, I think this is going to be a disaster. On crit from an ally, deals 3 wild damage hit. Triggers up to once per action. Well, our DPS Wormling is going to be critting every time. And every 3 crits generates Wild Aether. And increases his base crit chance. Whenever a wild damage hit staggers an enemy, purges 1 enemy Aether. Does Wormling do wild damage? He does not. Any form at all. On crit from an ally, deals with 3 wild damage. I mean, that's not great. It's not great. It's something. It's not going to add up very much, to be honest. On every 3 crits, generate Wild Aether. I think we probably have to do that. Applies 2 dodge to target ally. Target generates 2 random Aether. 3 times fire wind against target enemy. Applies 3 terror to all. Against all enemies. We probably need this. We probably need that. Because we need to do a way to actually do poise damage. And we need to do AoE. Allies gain plus 25% crit chance against enemies with bleed. I don't really have great ways to add bleed, to be honest. Every wind or wild damage. Ugh. Critical Aether. For every 10 critical hits. Or wild damage dealt. But this is just not going to happen. So I guess I'm going to take this. Crit. Wild damage. Against all enemies. It's just like a weaker version of the other one. Retaliate, dodge, and force. I mean, that could be really good. Why would I get rid of for it? Long slash, probably. I guess long slash has a very good chance to apply the bleed, so I could have. Dodge and force, I feel like that might be the way to make Wormling. Like the only chance I have is Wormling, so applying terror. I'm just gonna get rid of mist. All right. Whenever terror stacks are consumed on an enemy, applies 1 bleed for every 2 terror stacks consumed. Whenever bleed stacks are consumed on an enemy, apply 1 terror. Extra crit damage. Every 3rd hit of an action is a critical hit for multi. Okay. I guess we just take the crit damage. We are so unbelievably screwed. It is not even close. May as well get rid of the corruption. Get the 5 HP. I can get a blank memento. 1 or 2 XP won't be enough, so alright. I mean, I can do it just for funsies. Yep, doesn't matter. Okay. Well. Well. Here goes. We finally made it back. I can still feel your Nobog. Need to reach him again. I do not have high hopes of this working. That's not supposed to happen. I really have to watch this, huh? There's no way to skip it? Nope. There's Z fighting. I always admired Aethermancers. Free to roam Terra. Untethered. Is it possible to break yours? They would never allow it. We will never allow it. Okay. Well. Good luck to me. Well, that's slightly unfortunate. I really can't afford to get corruption, so... And I can't... Well, actually, I could. I could do this. Applies forced all allies, too. Somehow this works. It wasn't all allies. Applies forced all allies. Hello? He doesn't have force. Well, basic attack doesn't trigger, so I may as well do this. Man, they have 6 poise. That's also brutal now. What's he gonna do? He's gonna attack Wormling. He's gonna apply terror. I don't have much in the way of defensive stuff, huh? I'm gonna shield Wormling. Generate random Aether. Not that really matters much in this case. Get some bleed stacks. I mean, that's something. I don't know if we have a good way to clear debuffs. God, that's so obnoxious. Why on him? Of all people. Break it down to 3. Okay, I'm almost certainly going to use Chromatic Scroll to break poise, but let's look. I'd rather this guy Winter Guard. Redirect things to him. let's do this. I could purge to prevent him from doing this, which is a crap load of damage. Problem is, then I'm not freeing my pal. If I remove that, it becomes a base attack. It's probably not as bad. Then I can't get anyone to redirect to take basic attacks. Is this okay? This is a free action. I should probably do this first. That's probably worth it overall. All right, let's purge. Now, the question is... Oh, I can't actually. I might have to just do the redirect. And the question is this worth taking the 15 corruption for? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, that does at least remove some of that. I think I'm just going to do a basic attack and... Not great. But I did get the power to the other guys. My goal should be to get Wormling powered up. He's cloning them. They're very weak, but this is why I need area damage. Stop! Why on him of all freaking people? That's so annoying. Okay. Can I do against all enemies? I can. Okay. Did that not break this? Why? Why not? God. Okay. This is so bad. This is so unbelievably bad. Gonna do more terror. He's gonna obliterate him. Do I start doing damage? No, I have to do this. I need that force multiplier up on everybody. This is a free action using 3 free. He just doesn't have any use for that fire, really. I can do this, and that's really about it. Well, cleansing is really important. Remove the terror. Also making sure he takes the attacks. Alright. Could have been worse. Could have been way worse. His hand is back. I think I need to start doing damage. What I need to do. I just need to start attacking him. This is gonna take a while. Can I free my boy? Not really. Not really. Could do some like 50 damage. If they crit, it'll do even more. Who's he attacking? Him. Him. Can't free our boy. You might have to just take the corruption, unfortunately. We will take the... And I can do this to cleanse some of it. It's not quite as bad. I'll work on start destroying this. That... Okay, I did hit the right one. Okay. He's here to die, essentially. He's here to buy enough time for Wormling to actually kill. Which, at this rate, he's going to die pretty quickly. Stop that, dude. That's so annoying. Yeah, I can break this to free him. Free my boy. A lot of buffs. Do this as a free action. Keep our terror down, which is very important. He doesn't really have a great way to heal. But, I mean, that's all we can really do for him, I think. He's gonna hit everybody, but that's okay, because we're shielded for most of it. And then he's gonna hit the bottom guy, which is gonna get redirected to the middle. Not great. Not great. I'll need to heal him. Give him some more shields. All right, fire attack, go. I missed. He's got dodge. Oh, that's disastrous. That's actually disastrous. Just gave terror to everybody. Oh, here comes. He's got 60 and he's got 2 redirects on him. And he's got so much power. Oh, this is so over. This is so over. Oh. Oh man. His basic attack is gonna do so much damage. Can't free our man this time around. I'm just gonna have to take the corruption, I think. This will hit everybody. Problem is, what do I do about him? He's just gonna kill us if I don't destroy him. I could stagger him. Stagger him, he doesn't do any attacks, right? No, he's blocking it! Well, okay, it kills. But now what? It does heal, and it gives everyone the other power. Crap. 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 Oh, no. Yeah, that's just terror. This is big damage. This is applying dodge and force. So he's gonna crit us. I don't know if that's probably not in play there. Which means I probably have to just... I wish... I'm just gonna have to heal him for 15, I think. And hope that he survives. Oh my gosh, the stagger. That's so clutch. That's unbelievably clutch. New gold trap still goes off. Now he's got redirect. He doesn't actually have dodge. Right? Yeah, he doesn't have dodge. So we can't actually still hit him with this. Look how much damage we'll do. I can buff him up some more, but we will might possibly die in the process. I've got 2 redirects actually, so this will go on the middle. This will also probably go in the middle. So I mostly need to make sure this is a free action. I can do this. Make it stronger. I kind of want someone else to attack first just to be safe. Do I care about the corruption? I don't think so. I could apply terror to do a little bit more damage, but... like, I'm scared this guy's gonna dodge. And I'm just gonna be so sad. Okay, he didn't. One more hit of that. One more turn. We could win this. We gotta get rid of this terror, and we have to Make sure he takes the hits. Let's do this. And I'm just going to regular attack here. I'm not even going to do anything special. This is still going to hurt a lot. He's got 44 stacks of bleed on him. As long as Wormling lives, we win. As long as Wormling lives this round, in particular, we win. Everyone else can die. We need Wormling. 50. Oh my gosh, did we do it? On our first try on Mythic difficulty? Have we become gods? Oh, nice. Oh, he's got dodge. He's got dodge. Don't fuck this up, okay? I need you guys to throw yourself at him. Okay, this hits everybody? I guess all enemies, okay. Oh, that won't get rid of the dodge. Or did it? Did not. Oh, no. Okay. One more try. Lightning bolt trap activated. You can do this with a free action. Then I will just have just barely enough to do that and this. It works out just barely. The question is, it doesn't work out just barely. Will this use up his dodge? It did not. Okay, he didn't dodge for whatever reason. We did it. Holy crap. We actually did it. First try. Mythic difficulty. We learned so much stuff from heroic difficulty, and we just applied it again, but we had to really we had to redo our team multiple times that run. Just keep going. How many deaths we had? Oh my goodness. Okay, I mean, we did it. Here's the question. Is there a harder difficulty after Mythic? So like super ultra legendary or something. Beating the game on Mythic difficulty. Thank you for playing Aethermancer's early access version. We are working hard to add more content and further improve the game. There isn't. We did it. We cleared it. The game in its current state, it's not, you know, completely done, obviously, but yeah, we did it. I don't have very much. I don't have a whole lot of stuff, but you know, I used to be a judge. I studied all over in Holsrop. You studied? Wow. All right, what do you got? Gold start. You know what? No, let's go soulbound somebody and see. We'll chat slightly. Cool. Yep. That's great. If you meet any Muskin, please do tell them of Pilgrim's Rest. I already have. So I didn't really expect the run to go that way. Surprise, surprise. Shambler, yeah, he did his job in every run I've used him in. Cockatrice, he kind of let me down a little bit. Just a little bit. Where is... I mean, Naga's just always goated. Sorry, Wormling. There we go. This is the unshifted one. So I was looking for a green dragon, but it's a red dragon. Wormling clutched the hell out of that. Unbelievably. He deserves all the props I can give him. Well, if you did enjoy this, leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. We might do another Mythic run. Or you might wait for more content to come out. But I will definitely, absolutely, 100% be playing more on full release at the very least. And there's a lot of lore here. I'm not necessarily going to read it all. This game is, I guess, yeah, I'll just give some reviews. Thoughts. These are not necessarily super well thought out, but this is just my current opinion of the game. It's awesome. I love the combat system. The combat system in this just, it feels so good to get the combos going. It can get just slightly overwhelming at times with how many triggered effects are happening, but that's a good thing. Because if there was slightly too little, for instance, and you just understood everything at all times, it would be very quickly solved. It'd be kind of a solved game. But it being just slightly overwhelming for me is really nice, because then there's still room for the surprises of, oh crap, I didn't realize that was going to happen. Or, oh wow, that was way better than I expected. And that's always a good feeling, you know? The running around between areas, instead of just having a map where you click on which node to go to next, I think they've done a lot of iterations on it, and it's in a really good spot right now. It doesn't take too long to run around and get little goodies. It's breaking open, destructibles to get gold or aether shards, and I like the positional aspect of being able to get the jump on enemies for a small, bonus of a little bit of poise damage, which can swing the early game of fight quite a lot, but it's not like this monumental thing that if you miss out on it, it's the end of the world or anything. You can still manage. Giving high ground a little bit more poise damage too is also nice, because a lot of times I'd be running around looking for the high ground to kind of get that little extra bonus. So it makes the terrain matter. It didn't take me very long to get used to the controls of, jumping up and dashing across gaps and that kind of stuff. The run length of a campaign is a bit on the long side for me. I don't know what you'd want to do to shorten that. If it's like just cut one step out of each zone or whatever. But this is 3.5 hours for one run. And that is too long for a roguelike typically. So I don't know. Because you don't really want to leave halfway through a run. But finding 3 hours of time in a row to focus on just playing this one run. And if you get interrupted, you're going to have to, save and come back and then figure out what you were doing, etc. I just feel like it's a little long in the tooth for how long runs take. I don't have a good solution to that. That's just my honest feeling. I think, 2 hours is a good runtime for something like this, but that's cutting out a third of the runtime. Maybe just go through less zones and you have it randomize what zones you get, what biomes you get. Right now, there's only the 3 biomes, but if you had, 20 different biomes or 10 different biomes and you just swap them in and out, but then again, you would be, I don't know, or just maybe condense the size of the areas. I don't know. It might just be the number of combats in general. Maybe you have more events and less combats. I don't know. It feels like there's a good balance to it. I just don't know how to speed up the general process. It might just be maybe I overthink everything. But then again, it seemed to work, so I didn't really have an incentive to go fast. I had an incentive to go slow and to wait and think about every turn and figure out what's going to happen. The previews for attacks are generally quite good. They don't tell you literally everything, but they tell you most of the information, which leaves open to player skill and expression of being able to notice what kind of interactions are going to actually happen. So they're doing a thing that's actually going to give them power or force, and then suddenly, oh, the prediction of how much damage that it shows is going to happen is actually understating how much damage you're going to take, because they're actually suddenly going to be critting on every hit. Whoops. If you didn't notice that, that's on you. So I think honestly, that's a good thing. Again, it gives you enough information to give you the general idea of what's going to happen. And then the nitty gritty details is up to you to understand the mechanics and apply your knowledge to them. So I think that's a good thing. I felt the metagame progression was a little slow to start with. And then once you complete one run and you get 600 plus Aether shards, you're like, oh shit, suddenly I'm rich. But if you don't complete the runs, you're getting basically nothing. And if you're not completing the runs, you probably need the help of the meta progression. Difficulties. The difficulty levels, 3 levels. I was surprised that Mythic... Well, no, that's not true. Because on heroic difficulty, I was able to get to the end pretty reliably once I figured things out a little bit more. It was just the final boss that was kind of, dicey. But on Mythic, the whole run was a little bit dicey. So, in that respect, the difficulties seem pretty good. It only kind of feels weird because each run is so long. So it's actually like a lot of hours of learning through each run in total, but on a macro scale of each difficulty level and how many runs it took to complete them and how consistent or easy the difficulty runs felt, the progression was excellent. It took me a few runs to complete the heroic difficulty, and then because it took me a few runs, I actually learned so much, actually. Both in my playstyle, the monsters, I got a little bit more meta progression each time, which makes it a little bit easier. And then in Mythic, I just barely managed to scrape my way through on the first try. But there's so many ways it could have gone wrong, and I would have had to do another run, right? So that's cool. The monster designs themselves are actually just adorable. Can I look at them here? No. But I love them. A lot of them I'm like, wow, that's so cool, or oh my gosh, that's adorable. They don't look like Pokemon knockoffs. Obviously a lot of them are based on myths. So this is, a 2-headed dog or a 3-headed dog are very common. Mandrakes, Mandragoras are very, very common fantasy. A lot of them are, it's a wormling. There you go, it's a wormling. Although it's got 4 legs, so you technically call that a dragon, not a wormling normally, but it's a different, it's a different fantasy setting, so not necessarily. I like that they're like a mash of different animals quite often. Kadzerker is awesome. I really like the addition of that. It's like Berserk, it's guts. He's got a big old sword, and he's a berserker, and it's a cat. What more could you possibly want from that? While I didn't really play with poison all that much, it's because poison didn't look all that interesting as a mechanic. It definitely felt like more of something that you give to enemy monsters and not something the player wants to necessarily use. But that could just be because of the HP bloat, right? But maybe there is a build where you stack up lots of poison and then you're manually triggering the poison constantly. And that way you can get the effects of that damage very rapidly. That might be really good. And you trigger it on all the enemies, and then maybe it's like, I just haven't tried it yet. And that is because I didn't try it because it didn't look like it was going to be better than the other options. So that might just be a perception thing where you might want to tweak the design of poison to look more attractive, more impressive, while toning it down. Or not toning it down, but maybe tune it a little bit up, but make it, sell it more is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Make more impressive numbers, or make someone go, ooh, I wonder what I could do with that, rather than just, it's poison. It's slow and does damage over time. You can trigger it a little bit more, but I don't know. The summons were really cool. You get a lot of extra action economy, just extra hits with extra poise damage. I didn't know how to fit them into the higher difficulties, though. I felt like I had to really kind of min-max on Mythic at the very least, and on Heroic quite a bit. So I don't know how to fit in the summons. I guess you can get free action summon. We did that with the Sphinx, I believe, and copies. So we got multiple copies of it whenever it did it. That might work, but then I've also got a Sphinx, which while was kind of good. It's hard to control exactly what it's going to target. Same with the summons. So my instinct is I want full control over all of the actions that are happening on my side of the field at the very least, and try to influence as much as possible what the enemies are doing. That way, I can reduce RNG and have a more consistent run through. But that's just a general strategy for any kind of tactics game or tabletop game or whatever. If you're min-maxing, you're trying to remove the randomness almost always, generally speaking. So if you're playing XCOM, you're trying to remove the opportunity for you to miss a shot. Even if it's like a 2% chance, you want to get that down to a 1% chance or what have you. Or do have the setting where if you flank, you automatically crit and you don't have to roll on whether it happens. And that just reduces how many branches you have to think about, branches of thought. So yeah, monster designs, awesome. Honestly, I've seen a lot of Monster Collector games, and that had way worse, way worse designs. Amit got told that this was from Egyptian mythology, looked it up, and yeah, it's really cool. It's technically was a female. They treated it as a demon rather than a deity that they would fear. And it had the different body parts of the most fearsome monsters of Egypt. So, it's like hippo and lion and alligator or what have you. So that's like an inclusion that I don't really see elsewhere. Obviously, like a Sphinx, obviously. That's pretty common. Medusa's very common. I would like to play with a bat some. The Djinn, of course, Djinn is also quite common. Hands with the eye in it if you're playing Zelda. So, not a lot of the designs are all that super novel per se, but they are awesome. I never really got to play with the other starters. I've only ever found Jotun and Jotun Shifted. But there's other special ones that we could have started with. And I would like to play with them. Just, they haven't come up, so I don't know. Monster design's good. Length a little bit long. Difficulty curve, pretty damn good. Controls are good. Readability is good. I love this game, to be honest. And I can't wait to see more. I was dreaming about this game, thinking about this game, theory crafting builds. Like, very, very good. The music is serviceable. The sound effects are all pretty good. When I say the music is serviceable, it's I didn't notice it being particularly good or bad. I tend to not notice video game music in general, so don't take my word for that as anything special about the OST. Its actual quality. I'm just saying it was not at least a negative for me. I tend to either turn the music down or off completely when I play games. That's just who I am. If I was playing on my own without a recording, I would probably put on my own music. But I just do that for every game. So the fact that it's not like annoying and it went, I gotta turn that off is a good sign. And yeah, like all the sound effects sounded good. There wasn't anything grating or annoying, which is quite often the case in indie games, my own included. The graphics, it's a beautiful game. Every aspect of it looks great. I don't really understand the desire for the teeth. I really like the implementation of getting the teeth, of finding the secret areas, and then answering like a lore question to get more of them. That's a great way to tie in the lore and see if you've been paying attention at all. And they weren't like super difficult either, but getting that information and confirming that I was right on those was kind of neat. Also, I like that it's tied into like its own character, that you go back to and talk to the same character each time. So your progression with their relationship, well, progresses. I'm assuming there'll be a lot more monsters eventually in final release, but the amount right now for the amount of content there is, very good. Like I said, I wanted to see the special monsters that I didn't get to play with at the very start because I picked this. I guess I could start like a new save file and pick another one of the starters, but then I'd be starting again from scratch, and that kind of feels a little bad. I expected them to be like a rare encounter that you could find. Maybe they are. Maybe I just was unlucky and didn't find any of them. But because I started seeing Jotuns, so I assumed that I'd be able to find the other ones, but it just never ended happening. I think that's mostly my thoughts. Super fun, super satisfying to play. And if you guys enjoyed this, look forward to more in the future, because I'll definitely be playing more. See you guys then.